This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Jeff, what are you doing September 22nd through the 24th?
I'm going to the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Hobie listeners, Cincinnati Comic Expo returns to the Duke Energy Convention Center September 22nd through the 24th, 2017. Great guests include Greg Capullo, the artist from Batman, and, just announced, John Ratzenberger. Yep, Cliff Clavin himself. So get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com and come party with Hobie and Cliff Clavin and Greg Capullo. More artists and guests will be announced on Cincinnati Comic Expo on Facebook. Get your tickets now.
Alright. It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote scripts. All right here is no mystery, cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 175. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
175 episodes. Woohoo! For Blake, about episode 147-ish. Ish.
Yeah.
Depends. You were out on your military leave sometimes, so you missed some. So, Jeff, you've only missed 2.
I've missed 2 because of the furry rabies.
I've never missed any.
Liar.
Oh, I did.
We did 2 Game of Thrones ones without you,
That's
and I
right.
did one in Cleveland, in Columbus with
Damn.
Musings of a Geek.
Moment of silence for musings. So I'm at 172. Damn it. Damn.
Yeah, that's right. What's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
That's right. That's why we're at 175.
But thank you, everybody, for listening to the insanity. Thank you, everybody.
Stop
right.
the insanity!
That's right. If you like listening to us, you should tell a friend and have them download and listen to us. And then, you know, what you do, Jason?
Write a review.
No!
Oh.
Wrong! Jeff,
You apologize.
for making them listen to us.
Yes, thank you, everybody, for listening. If people told me people would actually listen to us after 175, and more people listen now than when we first started, I would be shocked. But it happened.
I understand more now than when we first started, because if we first started, we had like 8. I mean, when we first started, we were at graphic novice numbers. Now we're up there to like.
Now we're almost at 365 numbers.
Ooh.
365 flicks, that is. Not 365, 365 flicks.
Well, we're probably about, a quarter of the way to Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks numbers, you think?
They're sellouts. Bastards. Congrats, though, guys.
Yeah. Maybe we can make a Huffington Post top 10 list. Like,
that's Jock and Nerd.
Jock and Nerd. Our
Yes.
friends Jock and Nerd.
I'm very happy for them.
Yeah, that is very nice. That is awesome, you know.
Bastards.
And thanks to everybody who does listen. You know, if you're listening to us in some way, we make your life better, or you feel better about yourself after listening to us.
It's usually the case. I go back and listen to our show, and I'm like, God, these guys are losers. I feel really good about our lives. Wait a minute. Son of a bitch.
At least we're not those. Oh, wait, we are those
Damn
guys.
it. Jeff, you're sporting some nice suspenders today. I like it. I've never seen you in suspenders. That's a very classy look. I like that.
Stylish.
Thank
It is
you.
stylish.
As
My
he-
belt broke.
That's right.
Oh, okay. I was just being nice. I was just telling you that.
As he chomps on Pez.
Sorry.
Nothing wrong with Pez chomping.
No, that's
Everybody
what I'm
loves
saying.
Pez.
I'm just saying. We haven't talked about Pez for a couple episodes. We need to insert Pez more often.
If you come to the Cincinnati Comic Expo September 22nd through the 24th, stop by our table, and we will have Pez there for you.
Oh, now he's guaranteeing Pez.
Oh, there will be
Wait
Pez.
a minute. It may
There
not
will
be Pez for them, but at least for me.
Yes,
So they're supposed to bring us the Pez. You got it all backwards.
As long as it's sealed. I'm not taking food from strangers that's not sealed. Jeff may, but I'm not.
I will not take a bologna and whipped cream sandwich, though.
You think that's whipped cream. Anyway.
That's why I will not take it.
Anything we're up down on this week? Let's do some up down. One thing we're up on.
This week,
Jeff, what are you starting us off with an up or a down?
an up.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Up. This week, I'm up on GIF Wars on Twitter.
Gift Wars.
GIF. GIF.
GIF
GIF.
Wars.
Oh, okay.
GIF Wars, as
No,
some people
GIF
say.
Wars.
GIF Wars.
GIF. GIF peanut
Extra
butter.
crunchy?
Oh, God, no. You communist.
I like crunchy peanut butter.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Okay.
Here, I'm having rocks in my peanut butter. That's what I really
Well, they're not rocks if you don't refrigerate it.
It's true. You got a point there. Got a point.
You knew it was going to come to
Yeah.
that.
Yes. So, GIF Wars, what is that?
GIF Wars.
Whatever.
Jeff Wars. GIF Wars.
Well, it's
GIF
when
Wars.
you're going back and forth, trying to one up each other with gifs. Besotted Geek and us kind of got into it.
We did.
last week,
We had a little war with them.
and it was fun. And I was ready to dig in for the long haul, and he pulled out the big guns, and I had to concede defeat.
What was the big gun?
It was Josie and the Pussycats.
Yep.
He
Like,
gotcha.
I came out with Spice Girls, and I'm ready to go. And then he's like, Josie and the Pussycats. And I went, you win.
We had some AbFab gifts in there, and then somebody responded, some
awesome.
asshole responded with Sex in the City. I don't know who.
That's probably you.
Maybe. Anyways, I think all of us did.
Like, you'd be the only one using Sex in the City.
No, I threw some Sex in the City
After
ones in
somebody
there.
does an ab fab.
Yeah, AbFab. It's a great show. Great show. I love Carrie. Love Carrie. Anyways,
But that made that day at work kind of fun. So
Very
for you.
good.
up. Let's do some up for me. I'll be up like Whitney Houston here. Let's see.
Dad,
Don't combine with uppers and downs.
Dead in a tub.
Maybe. I am up on Riverdale. And I'm not kidding.
Just shut.
I'm not kidding. The
Shush it.
last episode before
Oh,
the season. Season finale this
Damn
week.
it.
Was
the penultimate
really good.
episode of the
jeez,
season.
They
penultimate.
found out who killed Jason Blossom.
No
Who's
way.
Jason Blossom?
He's the guy that died in the first episode.
And we're supposed to care?
Yes, we are. Spoilers for the next 2 minutes. Jeff, do you want to know who it is?
Yeah, I'm not going to catch up on it.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah, I'm never going to watch it, so please.
His dad shot him because he never lived up to the expectations.
I don't want your life.
And he found out that
That he was gonna run away.
He was going to run away.
Son.
And they have videotape of him shooting him.
They got it on tape, and it took them all season to figure out who did it.
And they went to, well, you got to give Riverdale credit because there was like 6 episodes they didn't even talk about his death. And then they brought him back.
Oh, what were we doing? Oh, story arc.
Get back, we only got 2 episodes left.
Are these the same writers from Lost?
Maybe. So then they went to go arrest him, and the dad hung himself in the barn. So now you don't know.
And there's something more to go on.
Could be.
Shouldn't that be the end of it? The series is over.
Serious. No
rumor.
more Riverdale. No more
Nope, they renewed it for a
Riverdale.
second
No.
season.
Damn it.
They did say, the one article I read was saying that they're setting this up, and this is just a fan or a writer's theory, is next year they're doing After Riverdale.
Afterlife with Archie?
Afterlife with Archie, and they think this might turn into a zombie thing. That would be funny.
Oh, God.
Done. I think that's awesome.
Help me.
And I was watching the last episode because I binge watched 3 episodes this weekend. So I love it. So yeah, it was a very good episode. I enjoyed it a lot.
And what did your wife say that you tweeted out?
Well, my wife, she usually is asleep by 9:15 on the couch because she gets up really early for work. So she was up this weekend, and she was I turned it on because she's like, I may fall asleep in 10 minutes. I was like, okay, I'll turn some Riverdale on. And I'm watching, and she's like, this is fucking horrible. And then her other comments were, and I'm not exaggerating, this is exactly what she said. She goes, you are really intelligent, but you watch some shit. And I was like, thanks, honey. Maybe.
I think.
Maybe.
Is that a compliment?
And then there was a dance-off in the one episode, and she's like,
Oh
oh
my-
you gotta be fucking
oh my
kidding me. There's a
God.
dance-off.
There was a dance-off at her wedding.
Oh, that's true. But she's not on TV. And then my wife began to continue, or she continued and said, this is really bad acting. I was like, no,
yes,
it
is.
isn't.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And then she asked how old Archie really was in real life. She's like, what is he, 30? I was like, well. And then
That is
Luke Perry,
so
the best
cool.
part was Luke Perry came into the show because he's Archie's dad. And I was
that-
like, look, honey, there's Luke Perry. And
And
she's
that
like,
blew it for her, right?
and she's like, what? Oh my God, that really is Luke Perry. And I think her comment was, why does he look the same age as Archie? I don't know. Just leave it go. Leave it go.
See, your wife has reached a new point, peg of appreciation for me now. It was like she was filling in for me if I was there watching the show with you.
She did a good job with it.
Except I wouldn't touch you.
I don't think she wanted to touch me after watching that.
Not after that.
What the hell are you watching?
Get away from me, you freak.
I don't want to catch whatever it is you have.
She did say, why are you watching this teen drama? I was like, no, it's great. Riverdale's amazing, people.
Whatever.
Blake, what are you up on?
I am up on the fact that I am happy that possibly the two countries that lead, the democratic standard in the world for elections have really shitty. It's nice to see other countries have really shitty candidates too.
Yugoslavia.
No, I'm talking about the French election this past
Wow, you
week.
just went ahead and picked a country that doesn't even exist.
I know. that's why I did
Yugoslavia.
it.
Yeah.
Czechoslovakia?
Former dictatorship?
The Czechs there?
this would be. No, I'm talking about the French election. I am so happy to see that other countries, especially France, in the home of the liberté, fraternité, whatever the fuck, ménage à trois, the other country in democratic brotherhood of overthrowing, monarchy and rule, have just as shitty presidential candidates as we had in our past election.
Youngest president ever, 37.
Do you know about this Macron guy? I mean, everybody knows about Le Pen.
Yes.
She's like the female version of Donald Trump.
She's a
except
train wreck.
A little bit worse. Yeah.
She's a train wreck.
But she is pretty funny. She does say a lot of funny stuff. I mean,
Well,
she's
so does
pretty
Trump.
sharp-witted.
So does our supreme overlord.
Trump says stupid stuff and is funny.
That's
Le
true.
Pen says stupid stuff, but is smart and funny about it, but kind of scary. But they're both level of scary.
I don't know what you just said, but I agree.
exactly.
Yeah.
But this Macron guy, or Macron, I don't know how you say him in French. Is it
Macron.
Macron?
Isn't that a type of cookie?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yes.
I am a cookie.
When
Chew me up.
everybody's cheering the fact that this guy won, do you know about this guy's background?
Please explain.
He married his grade school teacher crush.
So, who wouldn't?
It's fucking
They do that in
30
France.
years later. It's like marrying your grandma at that
How old is
point.
she?
She's she's a pensioner. She's like 70 years old.
I don't think she's 70.
Yeah, she's like
I'll
60,
find that out for
60
you.
something.
This is the country where the previous president, brought his mistress to all the
But that is
dinners. So is marrying your teacher.
No, that's freaky. That is
That's
disgusting.
freaky French.
That is disgusting.
She's
Scary
64
shit.
years old.
Yes.
27 years older.
Yes.
She looks pretty damn good.
There you go.
Stop
doesn't look bad.
justifying this.
She doesn't look 60-some years old in that picture.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, whatever. All right. So the Mediterranean
pension.
diet. So the Mediterranean diet works out pretty well.
I don't think she's had many McDonald's in her life.
Yeah, exactly.
McRoyals with cheese or whatever.
McRoyals with cheese. No, but this guy's he's a douchebag too. But but the best part is that it's just freaky to marry your grade school teacher crush. I mean, it's freaky.
Just want to
It is freaky.
let you know this episode is sponsored
Yeah.
by Macron for president.
For president.
Hey,
I am Macron. Would it be
it was
better?
probably on his bucket list. Oh, my 4th grade teacher. Man, she's on my bucket list.
And she'll be kicking the bucket soon, so he'll be going on to the next thing on his bucket list.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Be president, marry my grade school teacher. What else does this guy have left?
Well, in his case, marry your grade school teacher and then become
That's right.
president.
Good for him,
President.
I wonder how long they've been married.
For a while now, I think.
I will find out.
I think they've been married for like 10 years. He married her when he was in his 30s.
Well, he's
She
37.
was like almost.
Yeah.
What?
He's 37 right now.
37.
He's married her like in his early 30s or late 20s, one or the other.
From teacher to lover to France's first lady.
Jesus, isn't that freaky?
Oh, well,
That's
that's not as good of a
scary.
picture.
Oh,
I'm not going to make a comment. No, because that's bad. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. But anyways, that's my up. I'm really happy that other leaders of the free democratic world, other countries in the free democratic world, have just as shitty presidential candidates as we do.
Time out. They've been married since 2007, and she was
10
once
years.
she was once his high school teacher.
Even worse.
that's better.
Because at least when you're a kid, that's an innocent crush.
She was
but
the
that's
French
his high school.
teacher.
Now that's getting even grosser.
She was his French teacher. Is that what you said?
French teacher, and she taught theater,
She's French.
where he was a budding actor.
French teacher.
I suppose to them that's like being
Well,
their
I guess
English
it's like
teacher.
English teacher. Yeah, our English teachers. So I guess it should be
Literature teacher, maybe?
Okay, now this is kind of creepy. The one
They
article.
taught a lot of Jean-Paul Sartre there.
Jean Balzar.
She also ran the theater club where he was a budding actor. The picture above shows Macron's first kiss on the side of the cheek with her at the end of a theater production.
Oh, that's so gross.
It seems like it was love at first sight. Wait a minute, he's in high school. How's that love?
Keep
It's
going.
understood the pair used to have long discussions together, and she would read his writing out to the class. She used to recite his work all the time. She was totally captivated by his writing skills. This is a whole new level of teachers' pets.
I'm telling you, man.
I think she was more excited by his other skills.
When he moved to Paris at the age of 18, she jumped ship from her own family and soon after followed him down there.
That's creepy.
That is. I'm telling you.
Wow.
This is who they're happy who won the election, because he's like, douchebag or shit sandwich, kind of like what we had for our
His
election.
parents asked her to stay away from their 16-year-old son at least until he turned 18.
Well, when he's 18, you... All
Put her
right.
teaching career on hold to help him to become president.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's a trusted advisor.
I'm sure she is.
She'll probably be their Secretary of Education soon.
Got a bad.
She has 3 kids.
Bad. Hot for teacher.
Her kids are an engineer, a cardiologist, and an attorney. She has 6 grandchildren.
Don't stand so close to me.
Yeah.
Hey, she has 6 grandchildren.
Yes.
What do they think about this? And
They think it's great that Grandma's first lady.
Grandpa, quote unquote, grandpa,
37-year-old grandpa.
step grandpa,
Yeah. So there you
old
go.
enough to be what? That
for her.
what? His brother?
Good for her.
What are the ages of her children? That's what I want to know. I mean, if they're
maybe
like,
that much.
if he's younger than her oldest, I mean, that even
Oh,
makes
no.
it worse.
There's no way. There's no way.
Why are
is
you
there no
equal to?
way?
It's got to be close.
Her
She's got
kids?
grandchildren.
Oh, you're talking about her kids, or you
Yeah,
saying-
her
oh,
kids.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'll find that out.
It'd be like a funny like bad movie thing. Like that'd be like if my mom, my dad passed away and my mom married like a guy I went to high school with who was a couple years younger than me. He'd be like, "Oh, so Blake, I'm your granddad," and I'd be like, "Whatever, Mark.
So you're like Hulk
I'm not
Hogan.
calling you
I'm
dad.
not calling you dad, Mark. Fuck you."
So like Hulk Hogan,
Yeah, kind of like that.
where his ex.
Oh yeah.
Did they get married? or
Mrs. Hogan, the former
Yeah.
Mrs. Hogan, married young high school kid.
married one of
Like
her
18 or
daughter's
20. Daughter's
friends.
That's gross, man. That is sick. Well, to each his own. Don't tell me what to do, but I find that slightly, amusing first, and then
The
disturbing.
parents thought that Macron was actually going after the teacher's daughter first.
Oh, great.
They were stunned to hear this wasn't the case.
So you're actually interested in our son? Oui, oui.
Let's see. Her youngest is 30.
10 and 20, or whatever they say in French. 20 and 10? How do you say
what?
30 in French?
Her
I have no
oldest,
clue.
Yeah.
her oldest is 2 years older than him.
Gross.
There you go.
Gross. You know what would be even worse? If they dated. That would be even worse. I bet they did. They're French. That's what they do.
We apologize to all the French listeners out there today, especially Kev from 365.
No, your English is not
Now,
as
if it was
bad.
an older man with a younger woman, would that be okay for you?
Yeah.
No, that's creepier, I think.
Really? It's like when you watch like Modern Family or something, it's okay that Jay married Gloria.
No, because of Gloria, and she's fucking annoying on that show. I can't stand her. That character is so bad. And it's gotten worse over the years too.
She's the
because
highest paid actress.
yeah. Her voice and her accent has gotten worse as it's gone on. Like they've they've made it worse because if you watch the first couple seasons, it's not as pronounced. And I just can't stand that character. I can't stand it.
But in real life, I guess you know affairs of the heart. I mean, you can't argue with the heart.
That's
Whatever
right.
will be. Blah blah blah. Que sera sera,
It's very deep.
as the French would say.
It's very sweet.
As Doris Day would sing.
Yeah. So all right. So good for him. He
What's your-
married the chick he wanted.
What's your
after all
down?
these years.
What's your down if that was your up?
That was my up. Is that the French election candidates suck? Yeah.
What's your down?
Let's see. Down.
The
My down-
presidency election.
Yeah, the French election. No, the shitty Division I NCAA coaches. I got to experience. Well, first of all, I've experienced a couple Division I NCAA coaches at mid majors, where these guys are there for 18, 20 years, and it gets really bad to the point because sometimes these mid major colleges are kind of strapped for cash. And if you're a guy that's coaching there and arranges it so that the company that you work for in the off season donates to the university that covers your salary, I mean, it's almost it's a dead given for a university that's strapped. It's like, oh, okay, let's do this. It is horrible. You would think that coaches for young men and women would be the exemplary role models that they hire these people to be, to lead and develop young ladies and young men to be productive members of society or develop them sports athletic wise. And instead there's nothing worse than witnessing a shitty coach being an asshole to players and telling them that basically that they don't like them or they can't stand them, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, you're supposed to be a person that society looks up to develop these people. And if you're sitting there telling them that you can't stand these players or whatever, then it's like, then why did you recruit them and give them scholarships? So in that case, shitty mid-major Division I NCAA coaches that are horrible leaders are dirtbags, and that's my down for the week.
I kind of disagree because I feel Patino's the moral high ground of coaches in Division I. Patino.
No, I'm not talking about violations of like having strippers go to their dorms. Hey, I'm all for that. No, I'm
Somebody in
kidding.
the back of a restaurant.
Hey, if the leader of France can marry his high school teacher.
Patino's okay impregnating and paying for an abortion. Allegedly.
No. Well, no, I don't know about that. That kind of stuff. What I'm talking about is in positions in society, you're given special powers and authority based upon your position, right? Positional authority is what it's called. And you would think because you have that positional authority, my opinion is that you are supposed to exhibit, I think, a greater amount of leadership and development and concern for young kids, young adults that are under your guise in leadership, and you should be developing them, and if they have problems, you help them out, and et cetera. Not pay for their abortions, but help them out, give them all that, basically get them through the college experience and this kind of stuff. So now I've been through a couple of young adult individuals that have had just horrible experiences at the NCAA level, with coaches that are just horrible leaders and horrible people. And you sit there and like, how do these people have these positions and how do they get away with stuff that they do? And to me, I just hold people in those positions and everything, I hold to higher standards. Presidents of France and America, obviously there's no standards anymore. Maybe that's part of the problem. But when you're developing young adults, I think you have much more responsibility, and you have to exercise that with a lot more care and attention than I guess some of these assholes do.
I feel like the more you go up in a company or anything like that, like higher you get in anything, I feel like it becomes more and more high schoolish and who has the bigger dick.
It is kind of, and the sad part is that you want to be developing an atmosphere of trust, and you want an atmosphere of open communication, and especially where you can have an open dialogue between you and the leaders and stuff, and that you can, not be afraid to, ask questions. I mean, that's the worst thing, to be afraid to ask questions. or to discuss things in an open manner without fear of retribution or any of those kinds of deals. And you're right. I think at a certain point you do have, that, those atmospheres in the good places and companies and programs that excel. I think have that. And the ones that are that excel but people hate don't have that, or the organizations and sports teams, organizations, schools that don't have that and suck and people hate it. That's part of the reason is because you get to that. Even at the higher levels, you have to play politics to a certain extent. But even then, if people are putting daggers in your back, I mean, it's not productive for the organization as a whole.
We're all in this together, people.
Yeah, we're all
Be
in
nice.
this together.
I don't know. That just
that's
sounds
my
like high school coaches to me. Everything you just described.
Oh, yeah, high school. All right, here, let me give you an example.
Oh, God, here we go.
I didn't even get to the NCAA level. A baseball coach, when I was young, sucked my life out of baseball. And I'm not saying I was good. I would probably say I was above average. I wasn't excellent, but I was above average.
I've seen you play softball. You're above average.
Thank you. And yeah, but it's softball.
Well,
but that man, which I remember to this day, that man was such a horrible example as a coach. People held him in high esteem because guess what? His win-loss record.
Yeah.
I mean, oh shit.
Bobby
He's
Knight.
20. His record 25-2 for the season. You're on the championship team. What do you mean this guy's a bad guy? He obviously knows what he's doing. 25-2. That guy was the biggest fucking prick and asshole, and basically just killed my love for baseball as a youth. And basically, I got intimidated, got discouraged, and I quit. And I didn't want to play anymore. And I wish my parents would have pressed me on a little bit, but my parents were like, hey, you don't want to do it. We're not going to force you. I'm like, no, I don't want to. And it's assholes like that still, to this day, in this day and age, where we're supposed to be a heck of a lot more modern and, developmental, even at this in Division I NCAA level, mid-majors, you still have guys like that guy. Basically, now I turn around and look and see that same baseball coach is doing the same bullshit that I had back in 30 years ago. The same bullshit that guy is doing to these young men on this baseball team.
No, that's my niece had a soccer coach that way. She was one of the better girls on the team, but after like 2 years or whatever, she said, "No, this is terrible."
Yeah. And it is. And it really, really frustrates me that there are people out there like that, that do that.
This episode of Hoopy called Just for Kicks, the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, all right. Hey,
The NCAA podcast.
We're supposed to be a lighthearted podcast. I'm sorry for dragging everybody down, but,
Here, give me a hug. You need a hug?
No.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
I want to.
All right, well, just to go from there.
Yes.
This week, I'm down on all the social justice warriors out there on Twitter and Facebook and all that media shit. I'm just sick and tired of reading that shit.
Okay.
I don't care, and it's making me
Angry?
It's making me want to get off social media.
Are you becoming angsty? Like
No,
Batman?
not angsty.
Okay.
It doesn't gives me angst. It gives me anger. I'll give you that, but
Are you becoming Banksy?
not even close.
Thanks.
I'm not becoming a
Butthole
hit and run artist.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That's different. But anyways, go ahead.
No,
I don't even know what you mean.
Goats. I was thinking Goatsy, not Banksy.
Yeah, Goatsy's a little different.
Hold on, Blake.
I'm
about Goatsy in a couple
I
episodes
know we
ago.
did. I'm all with you, Jeff. I can't stand the far left. I can't stand the far right. People like us in the middle, I think, are just tired of both of
put
those.
me in the middle. I hate everybody.
jerkazoids. And you.
I hate the middle. I hate the far left. I hate the far right. I hate everybody.
You're just a fringe.
I just want to go to Newfoundland.
Newfoundland?
Newfoundland.
I want to go to New Zealand. That's all I want to do. Nikki, help me out with the passport.
Oh.
They don't take refugees. Sorry.
Although, speaking of New Zealand, I was reading an article where they had lists of baby names that were rejected by certain countries. People in New Zealand have a problem with trying to name their babies stupid things.
Really?
Their government interferes, unlike our government, so you can name your baby stupid things like anus.
I thought that was anus.
I thought it was Enos.
Not with an A, it isn't.
Anus. I had a job many years ago. The one person's name was L.E. dash, like a hyphen, A, and it was LaDasha. And
Well-
she got mad at us for calling her Leah.
Ladasha.
It was LaDasha, and I'm not bullshitting.
Well, this seems pretty literal.
L.E.
And she was.
hyphen A.
She was literal.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hello there, Leah. It's LaDasha.
Leah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. My bad.
Well, apparently I can't cut your check then because this is going to Laea.
I really am sorry about your Alderaan planet. I apologize for that. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah. I get sick of
But
fake-
it's not insured.
That's right.
I get sick of fake news from the left and the right. I just get sick of all that
Oh, yeah.
crap.
It's just all everyone forwarding the stuff that they don't
Never verified.
never verified. So
never
then you go to verify it and you're like, this isn't even a shred of truth.
fulfills a narrative.
Yet you just see everybody, oh my God, this is terrible. I can't believe this, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, it's terrible because it's not true.
Blah. Blah.
It's like, as much as I hate whoever you're bitching about, it's not true.
Blah. Exactly. I agree.
Well, my down is allergies. That's
Yeah.
it. Moving on.
Allergies.
Cost me a day this week.
At you.
Yes, they're awful.
Yeah.
Anyone see?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
And just to
move on.
follow up on Jeff's point, just because somebody has a different political perspective or free speech doesn't give you punching people is not a freedom of expression. That's called assault and battery.
Unless you're a white supremacist.
And even that, listen, man. We shouldn't be beating up on our fellow
we shouldn't.
citizens, each other. I mean, that really saddens me when I see these assholes on both sides beating the crap out of each other. That's bullshit.
Speaking of that, did you see the
We're
people
all
beating the
brothers,
crap out of each other in
sisters.
the Florida airport because the Spirit Airlines canceled the flight?
Hey,
There's a big old
I did not see that.
81 person riot.
Here's the dealio. All right, if you're flying to try and make some event, don't try and fly the same day that the event is on. I think that's what that sparked one of the major events. Major riots. You have to understand it's airlines. Things happen. Weather happens. Everything else just goes to crap. And if you're thinking of getting there the same day and attending an event, it's not going to happen. Here's
Especially
another.
if you're flying Spirit
Especially if
Airlines,
you're
where they're
flying-
not guaranteed to get you another flight out.
And it's
Especially
a
if-
horse.
Yes.
You're never going to make it on horseback. Oh, wait, that's Lord of the Cinnabon.
especially if you're on
No one
a
got that joke,
discount
Jason.
airline. If you're on a discount airline that
Yeah.
flies Tuesdays and Thursdays to your destination,
Yeah.
you need to know that ahead of time.
Speaking of that, I saw Life in Pieces this past week
Yes,
about them at the airport.
I
They were
saw
missing-
that. Yes,
God, I really hate that trope in sitcoms.
the airport trope.
Yeah, that was a really bad episode. I like Life in Pieces, and that was a bad episode.
Well, the worst episode was, the parents would have been arrested.
With the dog?
Yeah.
Yes. They were trying to sneak their Yorkshire onto a plane, and they were faking that they were vets, and it was dead. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's
so
like,
bad.
oh, we can't bring live dogs, but you trained the dog to play dead, so we'll put it in this cooler and bring it on as a dead dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it got caught. But
Okay.
that episode from start to finish, I didn't feel bad for any of them. It's the same thing. They were leaving the day before the wedding. I don't feel sorry for you. You're an idiot.
Yeah,
Oh, my God. It really annoyed me, and I told my wife, I really love this show, and I really fucking hated that.
I don't really love the show. I watch the show,
I
but
like
I
the
don't
show.
love it.
I should say that. Anyway, anybody see the Mist trailer? Did anyone
not.
see that?
I've heard about it. Now
It's
this is based off the movie. They're making it a series.
Yes, they're making a
Is
series.
it based
I
off the
should say
movie or
based
based
off
off
the
the
book.
book? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
based
I
off
meant
the
Stephen
story.
King's book, right?
Yeah, it's off the book, Stephen King's book. The movie was great. I love the movie. It does look good. They're going to be taking place in a lot more locations in it.
As opposed to just the grocery store.
Yes. Now they may all get to the grocery store, but in the trailer they were showing a lot of different places and people were trapped in a lot of different locations. So I'll give it a try. I think it's on TNT or Spike. I forget which one.
Well, Spike is no more, so it's not on Spike.
Paramount. I think it's called Paramount Network.
Is that
or
what it's
something.
called?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Did it officially go over?
If it didn't, it is very soon.
Very soon.
By the time The Mist comes out,
What happened to Taffer? Is he still there?
I'm assuming he's still there.
Shut it down!
I was gonna say, is he fixing a bar somewhere?
Shut it down!
Yeah.
Dr. Bednar does it better than me.
Yeah.
That's the one impression somebody does better than me.
The one.
The one.
The
Thank you.
one.
Ah.
That's it.
Let's see here. Jeff and I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I did.
Blake, did you see it yet?
No.
We would do non-spoilers.
Now hold on.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to read a real review about this, where do they go?
We got two places.
Places? Holy shit! You doubled on us.
Nerdly.co.uk.
Oh, they got
G'day, mate.
You stole mine.
cheeky monkey.
Cunt.
You bloody cunt.
Hey, that's the British C word, not the American.
Sorry.
No complaints.
That's right. Let's see. And also on WeBeGeeksPC.com. So take it out. It's non-spoilers.
WeBeGeeks.com and Nerdly.co.uk.
.co.uk. They both have great articles too there. Jeff, did you like it?
Other than Jason's rags.
Oh, yeah,
that he
much
writes-
better.
Okay.
No, I really enjoyed it. I do have to say, Baby Groot stole the show.
Baby Groot was awesome. The opening credits was amazing.
Yes.
And again, we will do non-spoilers because it's only been out a weekend.
I know it opens with the song Brandy. Brandy.
That's not during the credits, though.
That was Moesha.
Never mind.
Anyways. The opening credits was awesome.
I mean, yeah, the movie starts out, but the credits come after that scene.
I
Okay.
am Groot.
Now, did you guys stay for the
Oh, yeah.
scenes
Oh, yeah.
during the final credits?
Yeah.
Always do.
I hear those are like 5 or 6 of those that are pretty cool. And they actually set things up for the future, but you guys can discuss that because I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm talking about it.
Well,
Shut up now.
we will not spoil anything, but I thought Kurt Russell was awesome.
Yeah, he's okay.
The young Kurt Russell was creepy.
Well, of course, and when they de-age people,
Yes.
they haven't quite got the effect down perfect yet.
No, it is not. That was the only thing that I thought was bad on the CGI. I thought everything else was good. I didn't really have any complaints, so that was a positive. Let's see. I thought Baby Groot was awesome. I thought Rocket was good. I thought everybody had a pretty good chance or storyline in it. I thought they did a good job fleshing everybody out. What about you, Jeff? Anything that I missed? And we're live on Facebook right now.
Oh, well, now you tell me we're live on Facebook. I don't know what I want to say.
Yes, you're under pressure.
I
You do a
know.
podcast every week.
I can't tolerate this live stuff without preparation.
I thought Ego.
Hence every episode.
Oh, that's probably why my phone was going off.
Yeah.
Because you're live on Facebook.
Ego was a little weird, and I knew what he was in the book, and I thought they pulled it off well.
Yeah, I know when he was in the book, and I didn't know how it was going to translate to the movie, and I thought they did a good job on that.
It was still a weird ending. It was just weird, is what I wrote in the article, my review. It was a weird ending, like just to see what they were battling in that. But I'll give it credit; it was a different type of villain than you thought.
Yeah.
In other ones, and I thought they fleshed out the villain pretty good. And I even
Enough.
And I thought I liked not the Syndicate. Who was that? The Gold people in it. Gold.
I didn't like them. I can't remember what they were called, but they kind of bothered me for a reason I can't explain.
I kind of like that they were not the main bad guys. So I'm
Okay.
okay with that. But I enjoyed it. I kind of liked them. But everything else, though, I mean, I thought the whole cast was good. I wish the Guardians were together a lot more.
Yeah.
Nebula was interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure that storyline really went over as well as they wanted it to.
Yeah, I don't know if Gamora and Nebula really gelled like it should have.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
That was without going into spoilers. We can do spoilers next week.
The one thing I think that got me was like at the beginning, the gold people or whatever, their ships or whatever are just drones for the most part. Mm-hmm. And I in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, they're doing this just because they're getting grief over having the highest body count ever on a movie.
Yes.
And so all these ships, it's okay if we kill these ships because they're just drones. Until then, they start actually getting into other fights. And
Yes.
then it's like, okay, never mind. They don't care how many people they kill.
I love Gamora. I really do like Gamora. Drax stole the show.
Drax
I thought
stole
Drax
the
was
show.
awesome. You know what? Overall, like I said, I enjoyed it. Do you think it was better than the first one?
No.
Okay, I agree. Did you? Do you feel like it was one of the better sequels to the Marvel movies?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Winter Soldier is still my tops.
Yeah, better than Thor: The Dark World, better than Iron Man 2 or 3.
Do you think we'll look back on Iron Man 2 and 3 and really feel like those were not good movies? Looking back in about 5 years from now?
I wouldn't say they're bad movies.
I'd say Iron Man 2 and 3, I already knew them to be bad.
Dave, have you seen them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen, compared to the original was great.
The original was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, they don't live up to the original, but I still wouldn't call them bad.
Okay.
Other than when you're comparing. I mean, it's okay, A or A minus versus C. I'm sorry, B minus.
I hated it, B minus. And I think I like Thor: The Dark World a lot. I give that a lot more credit, and I think part of it is because I did not like the first Thor. So I feel like I like Thor 2 a lot better than the first one. But I think looking back, it's not a great film.
No, I don't think it's better than the first Thor.
It's a good He-Man movie.
Okay.
It's a very good Masters of the Universe movie. I'm intrigued by Thor 3. I think that's going to be awesome.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, Fraggle down at Fraggle Dun, dun. I know him from work.
That
I
was
love
funny.
that line. I love it.
Oh God, yeah, we saw the damn new trailer for the Transformers.
Okay, Blake, so let me tell you this. We're sitting in this packed theater.
All right.
Transformers, the first, last,
Whatever the new one
night,
is.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
medieval times, blah, blah. This huge, long, fucking piece of shit trailer. Fuck you, Michael Bay. Goes on. They show it. It's quiet in theaters. They show Transformers, the last crappy night. It's all quiet. And then you just hear Jeff in the middle of the crowd go, well, that was awful. And everybody agreed. But yet people still see this fucking show.
Don't know why.
Why?
Why?
Oh my goodness. So what would you give it? Guardians. I'm giving Transformers. I'll do my review of Transformers right now. F.
F.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Guardians.
I mean, worse than a B minus?
I'd probably give it a B.
Okay. You're not far off from mine. So I think I enjoy Guardians just seeing them on the screen, and I like all the characters. Yondu was awesome. I loved Yondu.
I don't know.
I don't know if his character arc was as good, like if it really fully came, or if it came full circle or not.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I
not
still
sure.
enjoyed it.
I'm not sure if they pulled off with Yondu what they wanted to pull off with Yondu.
I like the matchups though, that he was teaming with Rocket and Groot. And I love that. I love them walking down the hall. I love that scene where they're trying to escape and they're just killing everybody.
Yeah, like
That
I
was
said,
awesome.
body count.
Yes, it just kept getting better. And Baby Groot was awesome at that scene. So, but yeah, and who knew Bautista would be a good actor?
Well, when you play a guy who takes everything literally and
It won't go over my head. I'll catch it. You like the first Guardians, right?
Yes, I did. I found it to be delightful.
Okay.
Surprisingly delightful.
Okay.
For a superhero movie, but it's not really. It's a Marvel comic.
So I think it's more of a sci-fi film. I feel Guardians of the Galaxy is very Star Wars-like.
Sci-fi.
yeah, but Star Wars isn't
humor.
sci-fi.
Shut up.
That's correct. We
Okay,
had this
we get that.
discussion before.
But I feel like Guardians 2 like expand it like Star Wars did. Like here's these planets, here's these different alien races. It's like, yes, I want these spin-offs now.
Oh, you need storyline.
Quick thing. Stallone, he's in it. We're not going
Yeah.
to do it.
He's in
Well,
it. He wasn't good.
Do you think they're going to make a spin-off of it? They said that's a possibility.
I think they want to. I don't think it will come to fruition.
I hope not. I hope not.
Let's just say I won't be there opening night on Stallone-led.
Yeah, I think it would have been funny if he played Judge Dredd in the Guardians. That would have been funny.
No, it wouldn't have.
Come on! And then Carl Urban shows up and just
kills
shoots
him. Yeah, that would have been better.
I'm the Judge Dredd, fucker. Let's see here. We will get to Twitter poll of the week.
Well, what about Gotham?
Is it still on?
Yeah.
Okay, how was it? Is the season finale?
No.
Oh,
It's still going on. Actually, they're developing storylines,
what? They're
That-
writing?
the villains and everybody, based upon the past movies in the comic books. And I was just wondering what your opinion was about that.
I'm not caught up yet.
Like this week with Selena Kyle, the beginnings of Catwoman.
Ooh.
Very, very parallel to Michelle Pfeiffer.
Baby
So she
Bats
gets thrown out the window and the cat slickered back to life.
I'm not going to say anything.
is Bruce Wayne Baby Bats yet? They
Well,
said
they
they're
did-
making an
They
effort.
they didn't. From Batman Begins, there's a similar parallel
I do like how
that's going there. Except he needs to learn how to run properly.
I got run.
Yeah, he's like,
Get Tom Cruise to teach him how to run.
I feel like Fox. I like how Fox in the first season said, "Nope, you will never see Batman in this." By third season, we may bring Batman in.
well, there's only so much you can do.
Nah, I still say Nico had a good idea. They should have just focused on Batman is in the city. You only see him in the shadows, and you focus on Gotham police.
Well, Nigma's full bore Riddler now.
He isn't a great. I love
Yeah,
the
I
guy
like
that
him.
plays him.
I think it's a great casting choice.
And Oswald Cobblepot is awesome in it. Penguin.
Yeah, he's pretty good. And, everybody calls him Penguin, but he's not really Penguin
No.
yet. But he's getting there.
It's a nickname that he can't get rid of.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. And Mr. Freeze was in there, but he keeps calling him Mr. Fries. Mr. Fries,
Well, that's the guy's real
real
name.
name. Yeah, I know. I was about to say. But Ivy.
Speaking of
Cetera.
superheroes, did you guys see who was coming to the Cincinnati Comic Expo?
Yes, I'll tell you what. If you're not excited for the Cincy Comic Expo, you better be now.
Daphne Zunga.
That's right.
Who is she?
Zuniga?
Yeah, I think it is. I always
Oh,
mispronounce
it must be with Carrie Yules.
Yours.
Elwes.
She played the princess in Spaceballs. And she is going to be there.
Princess
And-
Vespa.
And in The Sure Thing.
Yes.
That's where I first
That's where-
learned her was the sure thing.
That
That's
was a good
right.
movie back in the day. I
That
don't know
was
how
a
it
great
holds up.
movie.
I doubt it holds up, but
No,
She was in Vision Quest.
yeah, Vision Quest, Sure Thing, and
Melrose Place.
of course Melrose Place,
One Tree Hill.
Spaceballs, One Tree Hill.
I like that pick. I like that one.
I think it's good. I'll tell you what, they keep marching out great guests for that expo. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, you better get them now.
If you're a fan of Harry Potter,
Pottle?
Harry
Harry Potter?
I'm Harry Potter. Just hold on.
Potter.
We got some more. So, anyways, let's do some the Twitter poll. We got 2 this week.
Yay, two.
Final round, first round of favorite original Netflix show. We had Daredevil, Sense8, Master of None, and Orange is the New Black.
I thought that was on HBO.
What?
Orange is the New Black.
No, it's on Netflix.
That's Netflix.
I was pleasantly surprised by the.
Swear it is.
Yeah,
It
it
is?
is. Yeah, it comes out next month. The new season. I am
Maybe I'm
ple-
thinking of Girls.
Okay, for
Girls is on HBO, yes.
not anymore.
Not
The
anymore.
best part about Orange is the New Black,
It's on HBO Go. You can go look it up and find
these
it.
these hackers threatened Netflix that they're going to release the new season. So and if Netflix doesn't do something, I forget what it is. So Netflix says, fuck you. So they release it. So all these assholes go to look for the new season of Orange is the New Black, and shocking, it's a phishing website, and it's a bad thing. Like, they go into it and they get all your user information if you start watching the Orange is the New Black.
Wow, yeah.
It's like, oh, how dare you not trust them? Like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen?
The sad part is when you said it was a fishing network, I thought you meant they were showing you fishing shows.
Yeah, I thought it was like bass fishing.
Well,
It's a fishing network. I'm like, okay.
I caught a carp today.
You meant fishing with a PH.
Yes.
ISANG.
Sorry. My bad. I just thought
Oh,
it was
so
kinda fun.
it's the network about the band Fish?
No. Anyways, so here's the winner. Our last place was 0% Master of None. Aziz.
Aziz Ansari's show. I have yet to see it.
We saw the
so.
first season, my wife and I. It was okay.
I like Aziz Ansari stand up.
He's
He's pretty funny.
He actually has his real life mom and dad in it.
Oh,
and
wow.
And they play as obviously his mom and dad. And it's enjoyable. You know, I think he's had 2 seasons, and they said there won't be he even said there won't be a third.
Oh, they're done with it then?
Yeah. In third place, Sense8. With 20% of the vote.
Sense8.
Sense8 is one that I want to see but have not gotten around to watching.
Second
it.
season's coming out.
What's that about?
These people all have these powers, and they're all connected. Like, they can feel what others are doing in that.
Like, isn't it like 8 people across the
That's
globe
right.
have
We talked about this
We
about
did.
100 episodes ago or
Yes.
something.
Yep. There's a lot of big sex scenes in it, too, supposedly.
That would make sensation.
I get it.
Oh, I get it.
I don't. 52% of the vote to 28%. This kind of surprised me. Daredevil beat Orange is the New Black.
It surprised you?
Yeah, because many, many moons ago, Orange is the New Black was on one of our Twitter polls, and it blew away everything. So, Daredevil
Maybe
now...
there wasn't enough jail lesbian sex for everybody.
Daredevil now... There is a lot in Daredevil. Jail lesbian. Daredevil moves on to the finals with Stranger Things, House of Cards, and Fuller House.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough...
Fucking Fuller House wins this.
Well, now you're telling everyone to vote for it.
Now everybody's going to vote for it just to piss you off.
Don't vote for Sanjaya. Don't do it, people. Speaking of that, did you see American Idol's coming back to ABC?
That's not official yet.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Today or something? Because
Yeah.
I just read today that they were talking about it.
Yeah, they're trying to get Seacrest back. Seacrest
No,
out.
but isn't Seacrest the new date show with Kelly Ripa?
Yeah, and they were talking about it today on the show. That, it's coming back. So I'm figuring that if they're talking about it...
If they can't get Seacrest back, maybe they'll get Brian Dunkelman back.
Dunkelman's like, I'm waiting by the phone, people. Please do it. You got dunkled. Anyways, the other poll of the week,
sighting this week.
take a shot. Can we get him on the show? I feel like he would do it.
He probably would.
Let's see. Also, we had one more Twitter poll of the week. What was your favorite old school video game system?
Worst Twitter poll of the week ever.
We had Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Atari Jaguar.
For some reason.
I always wanted the Atari Jaguar. 5% of the vote, Atari Jaguar.
Yeah.
Shocked.
Atari Jaguar isn't even in the
I
same
don't think
generation as
anybody
the other
even
two.
owned one of those, obviously.
They were expensive.
There were about 8.
that were. So, winning 52% to 43%. Thank you, America. You got it right.
No, you didn't.
Super Nintendo beat Sega Genesis.
Genesis was better.
No.
If I had a Twitter account, I would have voted for Sega Genesis.
But no one asked you. I'm glad you don't have a Twitter account.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But this actually got me nostalgic when I saw this in the notes, and I was looking back and I was like, I remember my favorite game on this was the NHL hockey.
Yes.
And of course, the best scene in Swingers is before they go out drinking, they're playing Sega NHL hockey, and they knock Gretzky out with the punch out. Well, and that was part of the fun of the game, was trying to instigate a fight with the players, and then going into that goofy little punch thing, and then the guy would fall down, and then his head would break open, and then like blood would come out on the ice. I don't think you could do that these days with.
Yeah, you wouldn't be allowed to do that
wouldn't
on
be able
the
to do
Super
that.
Nintendo because you weren't allowed blood on your Nintendo.
Here's the funny thing.
Not even Mortal Kombat. When you kill people, you still weren't allowed to see blood.
The later versions you could, but not the first ones on Super Nintendo.
I don't think any on Nintendo systems.
No.
Check.
And you could on Genesis. They showed
Yes.
blood on Genesis, but not on Super Nintendo.
So Blake talks about Swingers and then NHL 95. My favorite NHL 95 is in Chasing Amy. The Whale never beats the Pittsburgh.
I think
The
you
Whalers?
mean it's what do you call it?
Chasing Amy.
No,
Mallrats?
Mallrats.
Was it?
It was Mallrats. It was when Shannon Doherty's character dumped Jason Lee's character, and he woke up and she climbs out the bedroom window because he's playing the video game.
Yeah, I think you're
Shannon
right.
Doherty was not in Chasing Amy.
I think you're right. I think I remember that now.
She left a note calling him Callow,
Yeah. See, the best
which he
thing,
thought was the only nice thing she said.
and the best thing I liked about the Sega Genesis is that it took discs, right? Mm-hmm. So,
No.
and this was in the
Genesis was cartridge.
Genesis was
Are
cartridge.
you sure it was cartridge?
Yeah, Sega CD was the next one that was discs.
Maybe I had both.
Oh, the
Night Trap.
CD. The
Yes.
CD took discs, and you
Night
hooked
Trap.
that up to your.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up next.
Okay. Yeah, you hooked the Sega CD up to your Genesis, and then those were discs.
That's what I did. Yeah. So I remember I was living overseas at the time, and I read about this controversial, sorority house and
Night Trap.
nightgowns running around being
Night Trap.
pursued by a killer.
And you know who was in it?
And I said, you know what? I need that game.
We had that game.
Yeah,
And
you
you
did
know who
too.
was the star of it?
Dana Plato.
remember.
Dana Plato.
Was it Dana Plato? Yes.
Moment
From
Songs.
the Facts of not Facts of Life. Different Strokes.
Different Strokes.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I
was a
remember
really
I got
boring
it.
game.
I was really disappointed when I got it. And I was like, what's the point of everybody being upset about this?
You had these creepy burglar monster things, and they were
Look,
coming in to kill the sorority
Ninja
people.
monsters is what they look like.
And they were
Kill
coming
the
in to kill
sorority
the sorority girls at a sleepover, and you had to set traps to capture them.
Yeah.
And it did not play well.
No.
It was not smooth.
That's what people should have been upset about.
That's exactly, because this was the early mid 90s, the gaming systems, even for PC, because I even looked this stuff up, because like, oh yeah, because I had Seventh Guest for my PC. I had Phantasmagoria, and this was when the movement was towards actual filmed cinema acting scenes in your video games.
Mark Hamill was in a couple of the space ones.
Yeah, I forget what it was called.
Space, was that Wing Commander?
Wing Commander, that's right. Wing
Horrible
Commander.
film.
So if they integrated
Freddy
the PC games with these video interludes, and eventually they went away and said, this is too expensive and it's not working right. But Phantasmagoria works really well. I mean, that was a 7-disc game, and I played the hell out of it. I thought it was one of the best games I ever
I
played.
actually kind of like the old school live action, or not live action, the
live action video.
Yeah,
It was neat. It was kind of neat. Yeah.
The Star Wars had Rogue Rebel Squad or Squadron or something like that. I forget which one.
Yeah.
They had a couple of them, and they were fun. They were corny, but they were fun to watch. I mean, I like those.
I mean, yeah, you could tell the actors some of the scenes were in front of a blue screen.
Oh, yeah.
And they put the cheap CGI
Sometimes.
behind
You could
it.
sometimes
most of
tell.
the time.
They still better acted than Yui Bowl movies.
But it was it was still pretty good. I mean, I saw now while I was looking this up. You can go to websites. You can Google websites. You can actually play these now over the internet. And I'm thinking, maybe I'll relive some Phantasmagoria
Here's the thing. So
or Seventh Guest.
after next week, Seventh Guest.
Yeah.
After next week, when we do the Netflix finals, they will be coming up on our Twitter poll here in a couple days. We will have a video game console tournament. Ooh! So we will be doing this, people.
Super Tecmo Bowl?
Generation
Not
by
games, systems.
generations.
Generations. So we will try to break it out, and I'll talk with you guys and see, how to break it out. We will be going back. This is for a listener that's been interacting with us lately, and we appreciate it, Thomas Kirk. We will be going back to the 1975 is the earliest thing, I think.
The Odyssey?
I think it was the Odyssey.
Pong?
So we will be
I think we're talking about exchangeable cartridge games.
Oh.
Yes. So we will be putting that in there just for him.
Was it the Magnavox Odyssey, I think was the first?
You're correct. So, but we will be doing that. But let's get to some listener feedback.
And we're going to start off with listener feedback from this person. His name is Doug.
Number one fan, Doug.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
Yeah. Anyways, Doug says, with Avatar sequels being pushed back again, what gets made first, Avatar, Gambit, or The Batman?
Wow.
It's a good list.
Unfortunately, I think Avatar will still get made before Gambit or the Batman.
Avatar's 2020 is when it's released.
Which I think will be before Gambit or the Batman.
Does anyone care about Gambit anymore?
I do.
I like do you feel like anybody cares in the theater, like the movie business anymore? It's like, do you think that time has passed? Like, we're done?
That window of opportunity.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's past. I think it's lessened what people care, but
Oh, Dark Phoenix sees that, and they're going to make you care even less after their next film.
that might do it, yes. Unless they introduce Gambit in Dark Phoenix.
Oh, I'm Gambit. I am taking you down, Dark Phoenix, with my playing cards.
And in my hula hoop ability,
Put
I
it in
studied
my
from
butthole.
Remy LaCroix.
I am Gambit. Put it in my butthole. I am a Ponderata. Yeah.
Okay, now I don't care about the Gambit movie.
Good. I did my job. Skip the next question because we got another one from Doug. We'll do that next one next week. He
Deb?
states.
Oh, you want to go? Oh,
we still
no,
got
you're going to
another
read
from
that
Doug.
one.
On
Okay.
Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast, you can tweet us.
Read it.
Or a History of Bad Ideas on Facebook because we took the other fucking Bad Ideas podcast down, fuckers. It
Yeah.
only lasted to February. You can't vote here anymore. You can't write
Yeah.
here. Anyways, Doug said, start watching Agents of Hydra. And Jeff is right. It's pretty good.
All right. Oh,
I asked, what is Agents of Hydra?
It's the new.
And I think he said, hey, dum-dum, you talked about it last week. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where everyone's in the framework.
Yeah, that's what the overall story arc is called, Agents of Hydra.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Still like it? Okay.
I don't know if it's tonight the season finale.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's probably on as we're recording, so.
And lastly, also, just to let you know, it's Rosario Dawson's birthday today.
A, B, C.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Jiggle, 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 jiggle,
Re,
jiggle,
mi,
jiggle, jiggle, jiggle,
A,
jiggle,
B,
jiggle,
C,
jiggle.
1, 2, 3, baby, you and me.
Hey!
Best scene of Clerks 2.
Oh, it is so good. I love that scene. I really do. That and the rain
donkey
drops.
sing?
No, the raindrops keep falling on
My head.
my head. When they're doing the go-kart track, they just need to do like Dante
okay.
and Randall. They just need to break out for a second. I like that scene.
Forgot they played that song in that scene.
I
I'm gonna
love
have to
that.
go back.
I really like that movie.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that movie.
I was disappointed in Clerks 2.
Well, I'm disappointed.
Except for Rosario Dawson.
well,
on the,
but
on
they
the
got
roof.
Rosario
ABC?
Dawson in it, so it instantly made Clerks 2.
Easy as 1, 2,
good.
3.
Just that scene.
Hey, Brian Howell.
No, every scene she was in.
Okay.
Rosario. She shows up on Luke Cage. Not wait a minute. In the movie.
Well, I think she does.
Yeah.
No.
But she is so good. She's so good at it.
She's also in Iron Fist.
Arm.
And what I'll tell you.
I know. Have you
Yeah.
finished Luke Cage?
One episode left.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Hey, give me a break.
I'm not giving you a break. You should have gotten You've had one episode left for 3 weeks now.
I was going to watch it last night. My wife's like, I'm going to bed. You need to watch 13 Reasons Why, second episode, because you need to catch up so we can watch the third episode on Thursday. Okay. So I did.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
From Dev.
Hey, Dev.
Is this Big Dev, the Psy guy?
It is.
If Chris Farley were alive today, what Hollywood actor would be out of a job? He says, I'm looking at Kevin James.
That's false because Farley actually had acting ability and comedic timing.
So you're saying Farley wouldn't get all the Adam Sandler friend jobs
He may,
that Kevin
but
James has been getting?
That's true, but I feel like he would be bigger than Adam Sandler now. Do you think Farley would be bigger than Sandler, or do you think his star would have diminished in Hollywood by now?
He'd be bigger than Sandler because Sandler, for whatever reason, Netflix thinks he's worth paying a ton of money to.
They said so many people watch him on Netflix. He's the number one star on Netflix.
Yeah, because people are already paying for Netflix. His movies are now free.
That's true.
Essentially, you're
That's
not. He wouldn't be able to sell tickets in a theater.
Oh, Ridiculous 6 was good.
I saw Ridiculous 6.
Or
and
8, or whatever it is.
It was Ridiculous 6.
Okay.
And it was terrible. Terrible enough that I'm not going to watch Sandy Wexler, I don't think.
Did that come out yet?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
We had a review a couple weeks ago.
We did have a
A
review
listener
from the
review.
Podcast Cafe. Sorry,
It was that memorable.
fucking Sandy Wexler. And I'm serious though. Do you think Farley would be that big of a star now? It's been
Probably.
20 years since Beverly Hills Ninja and Tommy Boy. 23 years or so. I think it was 97.
I'll tell you what, if
something about
Adam
that.
Sandler
20.
still has that staying power, I would have to assume Farley would still.
Do you think he would have done? Still make funny movies or just make shitstorms like Sandler? That's the other question.
Here's what would
Well, the
happen.
problem is he made a funny movie.
Black Sheep.
He made one
Yeah.
funny movie.
He made Tommy Boy. Then Black Sheep was just Tommy Boy rehash.
With politics,
Yeah.
And then he did Beverly Hills Ninja.
which was not good.
Other than that, he's just doing, as far as I know, bit roles in Friends movies.
He probably would have gone the route that every comedic actor does, and that's where they try to be taken seriously and do
Yeah.
a serious movie, and then bomb, and then
Punch
he'd
drunk
probably be out of circulation for a while,
And then have a comeback.
and then he'd end up in Adam Sandler's Netflix movies.
Do you think he would have done
But-
TV shows?
Well, see, you got to remember, if he hadn't passed away, he would have been the voice of Shrek.
That is true. They had to redo the whole movie.
He was about 70-80% done recording Shrek when he died.
They actually changed a lot of the movie around just because of Myers coming on
Yeah.
and doing some ad-libbing and that stuff.
And they kind of, Shrek was more of a sad sack Farley-esque character. Where
Did you see some of that?
I saw like a thing where they took the dialogue. Yeah, dialogue that he had recorded and kind of put it over
the rough sketches.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
All right, that's depressing. So let's try and cheer things up.
That's a good question. I really like
it was
that
a good
Do
question.
we have an answer other than Kevin James would not be getting? He'd be taking
I don't know. Since he's
John
our
Belushi.
well,
Kevin John
According
Candy.
to Chris, it would have been according to Chris.
since he's our corrections guy, I think he's probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can go listen to Dev on his
Shot of history.
Shot of History podcast.
Yes.
You know.
I always loved that.
Where he'll tell you why everything you thought you knew about history is wrong.
That's right.
Whether he's wrong or not.
So he's the culture babble of history.
So, from Pam Morris, she says, so, what will it take to get Jeff to shave that beard?
Now, is this a new one or is this the one
This
she
is a
sent?
brand new one.
She's asking this again, huh?
I knew it at least has to be more than 20 pounds of Pez.
20 pounds of Pez is out. To get me to shave the beard, you probably have to get me to be in a movie where the character can't have a beard.
Wow. That was a good one.
All right.
So, and it's got to have a good pay to be in said movie, too.
Okay.
Well, that was a lackluster
All
answer.
right. So,
Well, if you find casting directors to put me in a movie, if you want me to shave it, and then when the movie's done, it's coming right back.
Okay.
all right. Next one is from our good friend Desmond Hassing.
Oh, Dez.
Now, is he done with his many degrees?
I don't think yet.
No.
I don't think yet.
Okay.
trying
Well,
to-
then keep studying, young man.
Well, if he's not done now, he will be in 2 weeks, or
Or
did
10
they already
years.
have graduate? I didn't think
How
he
many
had
more
any.
degrees he's going to get.
Last my understanding, reading his Facebook posts, were this was his final degree.
Okay.
The last straw.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
I kicked him out.
they said there's nothing left for you to learn here.
You have hit every nonsensical major. Stop it. The worst thing you could do is get communications degree. Dear God, don't be like the Hobie people.
You've used up every free college, California university tuition option you've had.
You're not Bernie Sanders. Get it out of here. Sorry.
No, but seriously,
No.
Des used to do a podcast. What was that called?
He did Musings of a Geek,
There you go.
and he also did the Arkham Social Hour.
Yeah. Now, is he going to make a return to podcasting after he has all these educations?
He might.
You might. Nobody's going.
We need to reach out and see if he wants to guest.
Why don't we interview Desmond?
We could do that.
Why not?
We could do that.
I think it'd be fun.
We don't want our listeners falling asleep, though.
All right, but anyways, given that the Secret Empire is coming to Marvel, our series with Secret in the title Ever Good.
Ooh.
See, this is why he goes to school, to ask these questions.
Secret Life of Pets?
No, that would look terrible.
That was okay.
Series with Secret, and I think he's referring to the comic books themselves.
Oh, I'm just looking at Secrets. The title.
I liked the Secret Six, but that was a DC title.
Oh, that was good. I did like that.
I did like that.
My wife likes Secret deodorant.
Top Secret,
Top Secret was a great movie.
great movie.
Okay, good. The Secret, the 2006 film that was published by who's the Chicago talk show lady? Oprah.
Oprah?
Yes.
The Chicago talk show lady.
Talk show lady.
You know her.
What about the? Isn't there like a Secret Lives of something or other?
Pets.
Secret Life of Pets.
Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
For a minute there, I thought you said Secret Life of Pez.
That would be a good movie. Aren't they making a Pez movie though?
They are making a Pez movie. They decapitate everybody.
They all look like Canadians from South Park.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else out there. No, that's about it.
The
Secret military bases, Area 51.
It's not that secret. I know about it.
52 you don't
That's
know
a
about.
documentary.
Area 52 you
Area
know.
52. I don't know about. You're right.
Yeah. So suck it.
All right, next one from the Dit Man. Well, Dit Man, so fun fact, if you type history of bad ideas into Google, your podcast is the first thing to pop up.
All right. Woohoo!
We are Google famous.
Yes.
I like Googling myself.
Yeah. Oh God, what was? I'm trying to remember when we first started, and on iTunes, I would type in "History of Bad Ideas" on iTunes, and it was like an episode of like Law and Order.
Yes.
Criminal Intent would pop up or something, and I'm like, oh, we've got to beat out Law and Order or whatever. I don't even remember what show it was.
175 episodes later, still behind Law and Order. We're gonna get there one
I have a
day.
question. If we keep Googling ourselves, does that increase the hits that
I think so.
it
Probably
brings
will.
us number one?
That's why I hashtag Kobe every time on Twitter. I just keep hoping it. Give us a damn hashtag on Twitter.
Well, thank you, Mr. Ditman, for Googling us every day to increase our top number.
Could you do that every day, Ditman?
Do it every day. Make sure we're still number one.
Listeners, not only can you give us a review on iTunes
You can Google us.
or Google Play or Android or Stitcher, please do on all of them. You can also just Google us. That would be awesome. Not that Bad Ideas Pie. I don't know what that fuckers are
Just
doing.
Google me.
Took those down.
I wonder if you dropped the history of off. And
Shut
just
up. Shut up.
Google
No.
Bad Ideas.
No, it's there.
No,
It's still there. Still there.
But would we be number one on
Yes.
Google over them?
We're right into proven wrong.
Good thing it'll take a lot to prove that wrong.
What else we got here, Blake?
Listener reviews.
Oh,
All right,
you
review.
got a TV show, movie, book, porn collection, anything that you
Sex
reviewed.
act.
Sex act. Yes, anything that you want to review, send it over to us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter, and we will put it up there.
We even take good recipes.
Oh yeah.
From Peyton Morris. She says, I am 6 episodes into Legion, and I still don't get it. What the fuck? The WTF is going on?
Well,
Well, if you haven't gotten it by episode 5, I don't know if there's any hope for you, Pam.
5 pretty much lays it out, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
what's up? Pam, go back and rewatch and pay attention this time.
Pam, are you sleeping while the episode 5 came on? Because you need to really watch it. Maybe she went from episode 1 to 6.
do-
She just skipped everything in between.
Just do 4 and 5 again.
I'll be honest, if
back
you
to
just did
back.
4, 5, and 4 and on, you probably wouldn't miss much from the first ones.
First 3, unreliable narrator, pretty
Yes.
funny stuff. But, all right. Anyway, she says, everyone is cray-cray. Yeah, that's true. in
Yeah,
Legion.
that's
Well, he
pretty
is.
much
He
how.
is. He's cray-cray.
Yeah, and they were all in the
And
insane
if
asylum.
you get past
or-
episode 6,
Mm-hmm.
you realize why he's cray-cray.
Yes. It's a little weird. A little
It
demented.
is. That's why I like the series so much. And she says, I'm actually caught up on S.H.I.E.L.D. too, liking it more than The Flash, Arrow, and Legends this season.
Man, everybody's loving S.H.I.E.L.D. this year.
Well, it's better than Flash Arrow and
We've had a couple other ones previous weeks talk about S.H.I.E.L.D.
yeah.
Good.
And then we got from her favorite Kiwi, Nikki.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry, we got one more listener review from Doug.
This one just in.
Yes.
Night Trap, Dunkel.
Nope, down right there. Right there.
Oh, sorry. Those
are
are
my
your
notes.
notes. From Doug, just saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and it was really good, but I like the first one better.
There you
I
go.
can agree with that review.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
exciting.
Thanks, Doug.
So, thank you, Doug. So, Dunkel, you're thinking of dark beer? What's up? Yeah.
Nothing. Just keep going.
All right, anyway.
That's coming up apparently.
Nikki, no idea what network Powerless is on, but
Was.
I'm blaming Jason for it being canceled.
Good. You're welcome. It was a horrible show. Should never have been made.
Okay, I wasn't good, but I wouldn't go off like it was like the worst thing ever. I
Oh,
mean,
no, it was bad.
It's better than Riverdale.
No.
But Nikki liked that too. So.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki. What do we got next, Blake? I got something. I got some music for you.
Oh, good, because you just handed this to me, and I'm like, I don't have any music ready.
Copyright sexy. No copyright sexy music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little extra groovy today.
Oh, we got singers in the studio.
Next one is from Nick.
John Daly's caddies are here. Oh, yeah.
Nick says, Jason, you really let me down. Forgetting the Middle East question.
I don't even have to make sound effects. They're so good.
What the hell Middle East question is he talking about? I have no idea.
Remember 2 weeks ago when Jason was trying to ask a question, but he played such ridiculous music we never got into it? Nick,
You're not supposed to talk.
Nick was expecting the answer the following week, and Jason asked a different question.
Anyway, so, oh yeah. So let's keep it simple this week. Oh yeah. Jeff. Oh.
Watch your mouth.
What you got?
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what I got.
What you got?
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Nick wanted me to ask Jason,
What? Whoa.
what are you wearing?
Well,
He's turned. The tables have turned.
I feel a little blushing now. I got a t-shirt on. Since I
And,
Red's t-shirt.
and under that?
Nothing.
He's Porky Pigging.
Oh, nothing under that.
I got shorts on. And
And-
Blake sits across from me.
And
In
on-
between the shorts and Blake, there's nothing in between.
Why do you keep dropping Pez on the
Well, he
floor?
wants
Wanting
you
me to
to-
pick it up. I don't,
I don't know,
understand.
Blake. Please do.
Yeah, he goes on to say, oh, yeah. Come to Nicky, baby.
Ooh, Nick. I feel like we hit the strange zone. I feel like I'm in Guardians of the Galaxy too. This is strange. I'm a little weirded out. I don't know if I like Nick asking me questions.
I feel like there was some collusion going on.
I feel like that too. Nick Albright, could you send some questions for Blake next week?
No, don't.
But then he goes on to say, I feel betrayed, Jason.
You like it betrayed. I don't know what that means. I feel like this became 50 Shades darker.
Or just
Enjoy the music.
dark.
This is the first time ever we made it through the whole sexy music
Yeah,
song.
right.
Oh my god, it really did. Well done, guys.
All right. So if anybody's trying to figure this out, yeah, we're mostly improvisational.
When people tweet us during the show, we got to do it.
There you go. I mean, we just have ideas and then we just make shit up.
Yes.
All right. Now, next one from Thomas Kirk.
Welcome, Thomas.
Is he Captain
He's a military
Kirk?
man.
Captain Kirk.
Yeah. You know what? Change
Captain
approved.
you
Change
go.
approved.
Change approved. He's
Captain
got a
Kirk.
nickname.
Captain
All
Kirk.
right, Captain Kirk.
Doug still doesn't.
Captain Kirk.
Yeah,
says,
it does. It's number one fan.
Oh.
So yeah.
It's not a good nickname.
No.
All right. So he says, American gods, crap or worth a second eps.
Have you seen American Gods?
I have not. It is
All
on a
stars.
network I do not get.
I am interested in this because I've seen the previews all the time, and it's got Ian McShane in it, and I like Ian.
That's why I would be
McShane.
intrigued by it.
And then I'm confused by what it's about. Are they about Greek gods, or is this angel devil thing? The previews kind of left it kind of weird.
Well,
opening.
because it's kind of all going on.
it's kind of or it could be going. But I
Like
pulled it-
all like I think in this world, I started reading the book, but then the library wouldn't let me renew it, so I couldn't finish it.
why wouldn't they let
Those
you renew?
Nazis! Because he had it out 600 times.
No, because someone else had a hold on it. Had a reserve on.
There you
And
go.
as I found out, the local library, even if there's 14 copies still within the system,
Yeah.
if someone puts a hold on it, no matter if there are 14 available copies, no one can renew it until that hold has been checked.
Oh wow.
So I yelled at my local librarian
Yeah.
friends.
Now, see, I had to go to imdb.com to try and read a little bit about it, but it didn't really explain anything. But
You
I
wanna
looked
know
at the cast, and this has got Crispin Glover, it's got Cloris Leachman, it's got Gillian Anderson, it's got Orlando Jones, it's got Jeremy Davies, it's got Corbin Burnson. I mean, it is loaded.
So, the central premise of the novel is that gods and mythological creatures exist because people believe in them.
Okay.
Immigrants to the United States brought them spirits and gods. The power of these mythological beings has diminished as people's beliefs have waned. New gods have arisen, reflecting America's obsessions with media, celebrity, technology, and drugs, amongst other things. So, Shadow is a convict who's released from prison early when his wife and best friend die in a car accident, leaving him all alone in the world. Briefed, he takes a job as a bodyguard for a mysterious con man.
You mean bereft?
Yes, he means bereft. I like bereaved did better.
Am I wrong?
No.
It says bereaved.
Keep going.
Oh, is it? No. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me.
Mr. Wednesday, who seems to know more about Shadow's life than he lets on. They travel across America visiting Wednesday's unusual colleagues and acquaintances. So there you go.
Interesting.
I'm intrigued by that. That's all I got.
All right, that sounds interesting.
Thank you, Captain Kirk.
Thank you.
Please continue with the questions.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's wrap this sucker up. We got
Kirk out. All right, from Besotted Geek at Besotted Geek Pod. It says, regarding last week's draft.
On the Cleveland Browns.
That's right. Blake wins the draft just for sticking with that god-awful team.
You talking about the Browns or his draft team?
Probably both.
Okay, good call. Congratulations, Blake.
Thank you, Besotted Geek.
I
Hey,
still have yet to win a draft.
the Browns win it
I
something.
know that makes me feel bad because I assumed you were going to win because you drafted everybody that I wanted. So the fact that, you couldn't win with it with the team I wanted means, wow, I
Like
must
it's
have been
culturally
really
biased
bad.
against German Irish. I'll be honest.
It is, probably is.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we finish every listener feedback
Yes.
episode with Professor Number One and Dr. Number One. He
Creepy
says,
man.
This is directed at Jason, I assume.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I had to. He infers this, so I assume he's angry at Jason because he says, first, you champion enlisted, then pitch. Are you the kiss of death for Fox shows?
No, because I didn't champion Serenity when it was on Firefly.
Yeah, I think Fox shows is the kiss of death. We're putting it out, and then if it's not American Idol, we'll cancel it.
And then the best part is that Fox lost the bidding war for American Idol, the reboot.
Or were they actually trying to get
Yes.
it back? Why did they cancel it in the first place
That's my
then?
thing. If you really wanted it back, let it sit on the shelf for a year and then bring it back.
That's pretty much, it's been a year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So Fox fucked up on their own.
So how did they lose out on the bidding war
think
to
it's
their
hilarious.
own show?
And NBC lost on the bidding war too. Not that I want American Idol back.
Yeah, NBC. That's right. NBC was talking about doing it because they would do American
Voice.
Idol on one during the spring
Yes.
and The Voice during the fall or something.
I just think it's fine that NBC loses out on something else. I'm shocked. The curse of Bill Cosby continues. Oh. Well, there's your listener feedback.
Speaking of Bill Cosby, I was just learning the history of Jell-O today.
You gotta put the pudding in the pudding
fact, though,
You gotta put
Bill
the drugs
Cosby-
in the pudding,
the-
and then
the-
she falls asleep. Pudding.
Bill Cosby and Jell-O, longest running celebrity endorsement ever.
Really?
Yep.
Well, now he's at the age that all he can eat is Jell-O, so that's a positive. Yes. Ma'am, can you eat this Jell-O? Why is there white powder on it? Don't worry about Jell-O pudding pop. Get the pop in the pudding. Welcome to the Jell-O pudding pop's new flavor. Go to sleep, bitch. Yeah. Don't mind if I do.
I don't know what just happened
I
there.
don't know either.
Send all your complaints to Jason at Graphic Novice. It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Okay, so 16 hours into it. Let's see here. News of the Geek. According to TV Line, HBO has signed deals with 4 writers to explore multiple spin-offs to Game of Thrones. There are Jane Goldman from X-Men. She's from X-Men, you gotta be good. Brian Heligoland from Mystic River. Ugh. Carly Ray from Mad Men, so it'd be boring.
Medman.
Mad
Stupid Medman.
Mad Men. I always think of the Charlie Sheen theme song with that.
Oh,
Men.
That was a terrible ass show.
Yes, it was. And Max Bornstein from Godzilla and Kong Skull Island, to explore different time periods of George R.R. Martin's The Hobbit, vast and rich universe. There's no set timetable for these projects. We'll take as much or as little time as the writers need, and as with all our development, we will evaluate what we have when the scripts are in, is what HBO has said.
Hopefully they don't need as much time as George R.R. himself needs.
Not to be written in the exact time style of George R.R. Martin, but the same style.
We did our first season, now you have to wait 8 years.
That's right.
There's no word if the projects will be prequels or sequels. So they could do all 4 of them ideas, or
Yeah.
2 of them, 1 of them, nobody knows.
Maybe none of them.
Would you guys be interested in seeing a spin-off?
Yes.
And I'm actually being serious.
Yeah,
Or-
actually, he has enough material in history in this, kind of like Tolkien does in his world, that you can do several stories. I think that would succeed, because I talked to Dr. Bednar about this, and we were discussing what 4 would we like to see.
Okay. Now, here's my question. And I'm not being an ass on this, I'm being serious. Do you think the boat has sailed on Game of Thrones, that you would still have the popularity if there was a spinoff? People are pot committed now. It's 6 seasons. We're now getting the final 2 seasons. Do you think the excitement would still be there if there was a spinoff?
Yeah,
I do.
I think look at how many reboots of TV shows that Netflix and these other Amazons are doing.
I don't disagree.
You know, I mean,
Fuller House.
people want people want more Game of Thrones, and I'll tell you what, I think there are 2 major storylines that would be most excellent, and I think it'd be great, and I'll see if Jeff agrees with me. I would say the very first one that I would love to see is the time before Baratheon's first rebellion, you know, with the Rhaegar backstory and Lyanna
Yeah.
and the Starks.
That's
And the Mad
I don't
King.
know if they are planning to show any of that at all in the regular Game of Thrones.
I don't think they have time for that, because they're doing shortened seasons.
Yeah, only
And
like
they're
13 episodes
and
left.
they gotta like pack in the entire ending as soon as possible.
Well, but you could probably pack all that into 2 episodes.
yeah, maybe
They come over, the dragons attack, kill everybody, then the White Walkers attack, and they kill
Yeah,
them.
maybe they can have a montage.
Everybody needs a montage.
We're killing dragons with a montage.
Dragon Queen crosses the sea, meets up with Jon Snow, kicks Cersei's ass, turns around, kills the ice dudes. Game over.
2 episodes.
There you go. We just did it.
But they're spaced out 6 years apart.
Oh, wait, no, we need Arya in there somewhere too.
Well,
always need Arya.
here's one of the well, the other idea that was perpetuated mostly by Dr. Bednar was definitely the Duncan Egg stories.
Duncan Egg stories, I would see
You
that.
know, Duncan and Aegon Targaryen. Okay. You know,
It took place years and centuries ahead of the current.
yeah, the current shows, right? Another one would actually be spin-offs of the children from from Game of Thrones. We're talking like they probably would do, like you said, an Arya
Arya and the Hound spinoff.
Arya
Yes.
and House spin-off,
like a
or maybe
band.
something else. Yeah,
Arya and the Hound. Yeah.
Is that like the Pussycats? Josie and the Pussycats?
I think
Their arch nemesis, Arya and the Hound.
yeah, and I think the 4th one would be when the Targaryens actually cross into Westeros and conquer Westeros, and then the story of the Queen of Dorne. You know, the Queen's backstory of Dorne, very strong feminist, icon there.
Major problems with what they did in
You
Dorne
know.
so far.
Yeah, so there is that possibility. I mean, you know,
Apparently, all you need to do to take control over Dorne is be the king's brother's mistress and then murder the king.
yeah.
And then you get to run Dorne.
That's how Macron won.
Oh, that's how France picks their rulers
if you,
now?
If you can't beat the strong female lead,
You marry her.
marry her. That's what Targaryen did.
That's what Macron did.
I know.
I will say I did go to Dunkin' Donuts, and their Dunkin' eggs are amazing lately. Oh my goodness, they are awesome. Love them.
Yeah, but
Mwah.
they take so long to make.
Yeah. I see a little Hobbit guy in the back. I'm still making it. Don't bother me.
Yeah, another possibility was a young Tyrion.
Oh, I was thinking.
That's that. I read that. I didn't come up
Really?
with that
I'm
one.
trying to. Wow, an entire series?
Could be. He's got quite a storied beginning. Or you even go to his conception, because even that's a big rumor with Targaryen.
Yeah. You think the show will let us know what is up with
Who
the.
knows? I don't know. But what? So what do you think of those storylines? Did I forget any? They did. But Dr. Bednar and I hit the main 4. You think, or
I think you
Or is
hit
there
them. I
something
mean,
else?
I'm sure they're even just going to talk about something you've never even thought of, that took place in the past, maybe between Dunkin' Egg and the Robert's Rebellion. They'll probably just to lay groundwork as to what the politics of the region were even before then.
Yeah, or Hodor, the younger years.
Oh, that would be good.
Hold the door! I know that joke.
Hodor.
Hodo.
Hodor.
You guys ready for the Game of Thrones podcast later this year?
Yeah, well, it's in the writing stages.
Yeah, we're all ready
Isn't
for
the
it.
HBO show come back this year?
Yeah, like
Sometime
July.
in the fall.
Well, yeah, so you guys can do that. I'm not.
Normally it would have been here by now.
Yeah,
in the past 6 years, it was out in April.
We would have had the show.
We're not having another kid in my family, so guess what? You guys, I will take off that week.
Or you can come in and give us your opinions.
No. Let's see. I feel like I would be like John Lovitz from The Critic. It's crap.
I'm telling you, you and your wife just need to start binge watching it because I'm telling you, she'll like it, and you will too.
I'm really excited.
Eventually.
No walking trees, Jay.
No
busy-
walking trees.
Too busy
that's right.
binge watching Riverdale. Much better plot. Much more fleshed out.
I've watched both of them. No, you're wrong.
Nope.
And no.
Speaking of good writing, news of the weird. According to the press release that Kentucky Fried Chicken, or KFC I guess they're called now, just
I
sent
will
out,
never not call them Kentucky Fried
know.
Chicken.
there are only two things that your sainted mother wants on Sunday, May 14th for Mother's Day. A reasonably priced family meal she doesn't have to cook, and some, quote, alone time with a captivating novella. KFC has created an ebook that's a romance novel starring everyone's favorite oiled-up swashbuckling hero, the very sexy Colonel Sanders.
Well, they're
this
half
is not a
right.
joke.
They're half right about my mother.
They're half right. It is oiled up, their chicken.
Well, my mom would have no desire to read a sex book about Colonel Sanders, but she actually did request Kentucky Fried Chicken for
I see
Mother's
nothing
Day.
wrong with that.
Maybe she does want Colonel Sanders.
You should bring the ebook, actual book.
Yeah,
Just
she wouldn't
print it
even know
out.
how to use an e-reader. So.
No, you just print it out.
Oh, printing it out.
Okay, this isn't 1985 Wall Street. What do you got? The shred on the side. Anyways,
Well, I'm using her printer.
oh, somebody wants to use the phone. Stop the printing. It's 100% for real. It's an authentic ad that suggests that reading this book will fulfill every one of your mom's fantasies. And if you really love your mom and want her to get the full experience in enjoying this triumph of words and letters, you can even get a hard copy of the book by following the restaurant's page on Facebook and wishing and hoping that you're one of the lucky 100 who get both the book and the meal for the low price of $3.99.
Is it too late to sign up?
I guess. Everyone else, you have to pay $20 for the food and download the book yourself.
Are there only chicken options, breasts and thighs?
And vagina. Anyways.
What?
What?
I'll take some rooster cock with that chicken tonight. Anyways, is there a line? Did I do the line? Did I go over the line? Okay, just checking.
I can't even see the line from where you
You want me
are.
to start talking pudding pops? You got to put the powder in the pudding pop.
No, I don't.
Pudding pop, you got to put it in pop, with the pop.
And then I'll put the pudding pop in
Jello
there.
pudding pop.
There's your good news of the geek. Hey, Hobie listeners. Wait on September 22nd through the 24th. If anything, if you're in Cincinnati, you should probably come to the Cincinnati Comic Expo at the Duke Energy Center. It's a fun-filled weekend with lots and lots of fellow geeks and nerds. Here's some of the stars coming. Julian Glover from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, from Game of Thrones. He plays the Heatmeister, I think. We also have Greg Capullo, the artist from Batman. We got John Ratzenberger, Cliff Clavin himself, and in every other Pixar films. Wish I should probably lead with that instead of the Cliff Clavin, because no one has seen that in years. We also have Adam Hughes, who was on Wonder Woman. And we got Carrie Yules from The Princess Bride, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, and many other films. So, if you're in the Cincinnati area, September 22nd through the 24th, 2017, go to the CincinnatiComicExpo.com, get your tickets, and we will see you at the expo.
Do you ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom if the toilet paper sticks to his fingers?
Do you ever wonder why Superman wears his underwear outside of his pants?
My name is Imran.
My name is Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we're your hosts for the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we sometimes try to attempt to answer these questions.
This is a full spoiler podcast, and we swear a lot.
Check it out for awesome geek news, interviews, and comic book reviews. Visit jockandnerd.com. We are your superhero TV, movies, and comic book culture curators.
Boom.
Jockandnerd.com. Jock and Nerd.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right. Well, apparently bombing again this week is The Circle.
Oh, guess it's kind of flatlined.
Yeah. It made only $4 million in its second weekend, a total of $17 million. And on an $18 million budget, it's still going to lose money.
Because of marketing and everything else.
Yeah, all the distribution fees and whatnot that goes with it.
That reminds me. Emma Watson. Hermione.
Hermedes.
You know, she won the first, I forget what it was, non-gender award.
The MTV Award, non-gender specific
actor award. Isn't it kind of like non-plussing? Because, especially if you're a female, don't you want to be viewed as a
Well, there's
sexy
been
female or a guy? You want to be viewed as a,
an actual good actor?
good guy. Yeah.
There's been talk in Hollywood for years that they should not even say actor or actress. They should all compete against each other. And I think that's what the MTV was trying to do.
That's what they're trying to do.
The problem is MTV Movie Awards doesn't count. But
that's the problem.
the floppies have more prestige.
She won the non-gender, so that's like implying that she doesn't look like a boy or a girl,
No,
or male or female.
Non-gender specific.
It's even worse. She doesn't even look gender
They're not
specific.
specifying. Did they give other awards
I have no
for
idea.
actor and actress and a non-specific?
Sure.
Or did they just give one acting award out?
I don't know.
And oh my god, the worst part was not only I suppose she deserves to win because I saw who was nominated. I'm like, so you actually don't want people who are good actors to get your awards?
Do they still give a surfboard as their award, or is it a popcorn, or?
It was a popcorn,
Oh,
isn't it?
surfboard is a Kids' Choice Awards. My bad.
Okay.
That has more prestige. Than
And apparently
MTV
they do the
Awards.
movie and TV awards at the same time now.
Oh, they don't do music awards though. How dare they?
I think they
Well,
still
they
do
don't
those.
play any videos anymore. Why would they?
That's right.
MTV Classic plays videos.
And VH1 Classic.
Welcome to
Well,
MTV.
VH1 Classic became MTV
Yeah.
Classic.
Hi, welcome to MTV. You want music videos? That's on our sister channel that we don't care about. Have a good
Pretty
day.
much, but I like flipping over, especially on the weekends. They'll have about 2 weekends ago they had Headbangers Ball Weekend and metal videos all week long.
But
Not playing Aha.
Yeah. But when I first heard this, I thought it was pretty funny because I was like, she won the non-gender specific, but she's female.
Don't ask. Down the hall on Stumpy.
I mean, she just showed her cleavage on the phone.
It wasn't the Hermaphrodite Award. It was the award for. We're not specifying gender.
And I'm an ass for the Bill Cosby.
Well, you are an ass for the Bill Cosby.
Are you making a Caitlyn Jenner joke?
Stop it.
I was
Anyways,
not.
We have a good question since we're in the box office bombs.
Oh, we sold to everybody just in case you wanted to
Send
know.
your complaints to Graphic Novel.
Mostly to ourselves.
Graphic Novice won't answer. They're not even a podcast anymore. So, Kevin at Cincy Explorer sent this in. I wanted to put this out there because it's got a lot of traction on Twitter lately.
Okay.
He sent this over to us. Question to your listeners. Best film director since 1985. Keyword, best. Not greatest or successful. Big difference.
Not great. Best, not greatest.
Not keyword, best. Not greatest or successful.
But isn't greatest
don't know.
and best? I mean, not the biggest money maker. I suppose they're at. Well,
Correct.
that's easy as hell. That's Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know, we are having a lot of responses. We'll talk to that next week. So send it in at Bad Ideas Podcast. Best film director since 1985.
Are we going to do our top 5 on that next week?
Sure. I guess we can. It'll be our top 5.
Well, you already know what my number 1 is.
Just to let you know, Scab Jeff has already chimed in on this and has gotten beaten down a lot. So there you go.
Did he get beaten down because everyone said Spielberg is actually good?
No, we're not
Oh.
getting that. Okay. I guess that is our top 5 next week. Okay, so anyone? Let's do our box office bombs there, Jeff. News.
Oh, yes, the news or the report for April 28th through the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume Period 2. I suppose it's Vol Period.
I think those dates are wrong.
Yeah, those dates are wrong. We're into May.
Sorry.
We're firing that copy
Insert.
boy.
Yes. Copy.
Okay, so not those dates. Some
First week of May.
May 5th through 7th we'll
Yeah,
go
sounds
with.
good.
How's that?
Yes.
The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 made $145 million in its opening weekend in the U.S. on a budget of $250 million. Mm-hmm. The Fate and the Furious made $8.5 million, a total of $207 million on a budget of $250 million, over $1 billion worldwide.
Correct.
Really, people? It's back up to number 3? Stop seeing Boss Baby.
I thought of you when I saw this.
Another $6 million. Total $157 million on a $125 million budget.
Franchise.
You know what it is? I think it's the same people that are going to see Boss Baby are the people voting for Donald Trump. That's what's wrong with this country.
Down the hall.
Oh, I'm
Down
sorry.
the hall.
Number 4, How to Be a Latin Lover.
Oh, and that's
Made another $5.5 million, a total of $21 million on a $10 million budget.
Finally saw a preview for this.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to go see that before Boss Baby?
Please go see that. Hola, please do.
And Emma Watson's non-gender specific performance in Beauty and the Beast made another $5 million. Total of $487 million on a $160 million budget.
Only $490 million total, though. No, I'm just kidding. It only made $3 million worldwide. Tell us what's upcoming, Jeff.
Upcoming, we have King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
I didn't even know that was the subtitle.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Are you intrigued by this? I know
I
you
am.
and I like King Arthur.
I'm intrigued. I may, if I've got nothing else going on this weekend, bring myself to see that.
Charlie Hunnam is in it.
Or
from Sons of Anarchy.
yeah, or as you know him better, is Jack Steller.
Or from Pacific Rim.
Or from Undeclared.
Or not from Pacific Rim 2.
Or not from the 50 Shades
Great.
movies.
Yes, he was supposed to be. And then he said, I think I'm done with
He's
that.
supposed to be and said, why would I want to ruin my
Signed
career
on
with
and then
this?
backed out. Good for him.
And also coming out Snatched.
I have no idea what that is.
Is that the sequel to Snatch?
No, it is not. I thought of that.
Isn't that Goldie Hawn?
Oh, yeah, Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer
Oh,
movie. Is
that's
that that movie?
Yes.
Okay.
That looks
Hey,
bad.
You know,
That's the name of it? I didn't even realize that.
Somebody should have taken Goldie Hawn's access to plastic surgery surgeons away from her.
They should have done that back at First Wives Club.
Yeah, it just yeah.
Is it as bad as Harry Hamlin's?
No.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Say.
Harry Hamlin reference.
There you go.
We're going to get all the young guys listening to us now.
Yeah, this is-
We're talking about Harry Hamlin.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He was awesome in L.A. Law.
Well, he was awesome in Clash of the Titans.
Oh, yeah. Who could forget that? That's good.
The original Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, the original.
Not the remake.
Yeah, the 1983 or whatever year that was. No, not the Sam Worthington terrible remake. No. Buy sell this week. Buy sell Chris Pratt.
Oh, God, I would buy him.
In a heartbeat.
Of course.
You know, when I was going out to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2, my wife made a comment, and I said, I'm just going for Chris Pratt's abs. And she's like, man, he does have some abs. I was like, I'm secure myself, and I even am get a little wet about him. So, I'm just letting you know, his abs.
Chris Pratt has impressive abs when he was the fat schlub.
He had an ab.
That's a hot ab.
Yes. Yes.
So it doesn't matter if you got fat Chris Pratt, built Chris Pratt.
I just like how he explained how he lost all the weight in Parks and Rec. I just stopped drinking beer. You were drinking a lot of beer.
It's talking about at work the Passengers, the Chris Pratt.
I have not seen that yet.
I have not seen it yet, but a coworker of mine had seen it, and he was complaining that You didn't see any Jennifer Lawrence butt, but twice you saw Chris Pratt's butt.
Well, why are you complaining?
And that was what I'm like, well, yeah, but if you're going to see butt, I mean, it's Chris Pratt's butt, so it can't be bad.
He's got a meatier butt than Jennifer Lawrence. I would be fine with that. Feel very dirty now.
Blake is sitting over there looking scared.
No, I was wondering if he waxed his butt
Or bleached.
or if it was CGI enhanced.
Oh, good call. I
Yeah.
feel like you would be natural. I think you would be fine. I think you would have to wax though, right? Because nobody wants a
Probably.
hairy ass on screen.
Well, it depends
Unless
on
you're
the
Dennis
it
Franz.
depends on the light angle.
Yeah, that is true.
You know,
It's true. He is blondish.
Yeah,
So-
if it's blonde hairs, it's probably not as bad.
is it a direct on, or are you like 45-degree angle,
It's completely bent over.
33 angle?
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, what type of lighting do you have? You got the footlights shining up? Or
Is it backlit? Is it backlit?
Is it Remy LaCroix light or is it?
what filters do you have? The Sybil Shepherd filter on?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Is he bleached?
that's what I said. I'm asking.
When they said you saw his butt, I don't think you actually saw his asshole.
Oh Jesus! Why did you have to take it?
Why did you have to go to Goatsy?
Come on, man.
Why did you go Goatsy?
Because you're
Once you go
talking
goatee,
bleaching
never
it.
come back. I was bending his hair. What is wrong?
Oh, no,
with
you weren't.
You're sick.
You're the only reason I know what asshole bleaching is all about. Okay, so we went off the rails. Should we go back and edit that out?
Nope.
Gonna put the pudding in the pudding pop.
I really hope nobody's listening to this out loud on their work, their work speakers.
Suitable for work.
Okay, so we know Jason and I are buying Chris Pratt. Blake?
I'm upset that there's no Jennifer Lawrence butt in that movie. Now I'm not going to see it.
But are you buying Chris Pratt?
Of course.
Okay.
And Zoe Saldana.
Time out. You can't say that we treat women and men differently on this show. We talk levelly about both the sexes. Zoe Saldana? Oh yeah, I'll buy her.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Buy her for.
I mean, her stock is going to be pretty high, so you mean I don't know if there's a lot of room for,
I don't care.
but I agree. I agree
don't
with
care.
you.
There's always room for Zoe. Saldana. Whether she's green, blue, natural.
Well, blue, that means it's Avatar.
I don't care if I have to look at her.
Oh, yeah, she'll be in Avatars. Apparently, they make billions of dollars, so $2 billion from the first Avatar.
God.
Might as well buy the stock.
Yep.
Yeah. She's going to be in Avatar 2 through 5 when they come out in 2050. So I'll be excited about that.
She's good in The Losers.
Oh, yeah. I did like that movie. Chris Evans.
Yeah.
He was good in that. Ooh, here you go. Zoe Saldana or Rosario Dawson. Which one do you go out on a date with? That seems feasible.
Depends. Are you going out dancing or just for dinner?
ABC. 1, 2, 3. That's a tough call, Jeff, because you know you love Rosario.
It's a tough call, and I think I'm sticking with Rosario
I think I would too.
because I've had the Rosario crush for a lot longer.
And she actually is a true nerd.
Oh,
She
yeah.
creates comic books.
But well, Zoe's a true nerd, too.
Yeah, but I'm going with Rosario.
She shows up in all fanboy movies here.
As soon as she would jump into my Ford Focus, I would turn on the CD player, and it would be ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3, and then she would get out of the car.
and slap you with a restraining order.
Yes, and I would have pigtail extensions. How you doing?
I don't even have hair long enough to have pigtails, but I would have them for her.
Yes. Had to get the show back on the rails.
Jeff would braid his beard.
Jeff would get bleach for her.
I would.
If any listeners would like to pay for Jeff to get bleached, please let us know. God.
Are you saying you wouldn't?
Top 5, please. And top 5 this week, we thought we would peel back the mystery.
Peel back the mystery.
Not really. We are doing top 5 things listeners don't know about us. It's a little bit different. It can be
difficult.
as personal as you want.
Yeah.
You know, we try to keep some separate things here.
And this was difficult because I think for the most part, I'll say whatever the hell comes on my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose I could say, number 5, I have not bleached my asshole yet. But
That was an honorable mention for me. Actually, it shouldn't even go without saying. Oh, yeah. No, seriously, never say that again. Ever. Oh. Anyways, moving on. Top 5 things listeners don't know about you. I will go first.
you'll break the ice here.
Yeah. Number 5, I always wanted to open a bed and breakfast. I really do. In, like, Vermont. No, I'm not Newhart. Calm down. Let's get to age 75 and older.
Hi, Bob. Take a shot.
Daryl, my other brother Daryl. No, I always wanted to do open a bed and breakfast, to which my wife said, "Are you fucking nuts? You hate
You
people."
hate people. Yeah, I'm a little confused
Like,
with
yeah,
that
but if I'm
myself.
getting money, I'm fine with that. I always thought that would be a nice laid back.
And they're
approach.
always leaving.
The problem
To make you happy.
It's like
I mean,
puppies.
it's interesting, but I'm just the problem is you have to be there for them like all the time.
Well, I'm just saying that I would have cereal. I wouldn't be making like a big
No, so you wouldn't actually have the breakfast part of the bed and breakfast.
and the bed would be in a separate house.
I mean, obviously, you could have a bed and breakfast and have a staff.
It'd be like, it is just like home. Make your own damn breakfast.
No,
Honey bunches of oats.
I could be friendly. I am a lot friendlier than people know. That could be an honorable mention.
Right.
But I would be making the breakfast because I love to cook breakfast, and I do big breakfast every weekend at the house, omelets and all that stuff. So I'm good with the cooking and that. So my wife would be the one to be the talker in the morning.
Someone else would have to.
Yeah, she's not a morning person, so that could be interesting.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, your wife would be terrible.
Yes.
You would have to be the morning.
But I feel
person.
like I always thought that would be fun to do, and it's enjoyable. As I've gotten older, it's like, because we always talked, like if we weren't able to have kids or so forth down the line, what would we have done? I was like, I would have done a bed and breakfast in like Maine, Vermont, someplace. And my wife goes, Caribbean? No. That would be Maine or Vermont. So that would
not New Hampshire though.
Maybe New Hampshire.
Maine or Vermont, but not between them.
Maine, I feel like is more tourist. So
Vermont's for the skiers.
I always wanted to just sit in a hotel or like a cabin.
You just want to sit on the front porch in your rocking chair, and someone come on in, neighbor. Let me make you some eggs.
I'm going to kill you. No, I always wanted. I told my wife that I wanted to be in Maine, like in a cabin. And just watch the blizzard, like a snow come, just like 12 inches of snow.
Yeah, I don't understand that thought process.
I'd rather be
No place to be.
I'd rather be on the porch in a rocking chair watching the sunset during a summer evening. Screw being cold watching a blizzard come in.
No!
What are you doing out on the porch anyways in a rocking chair in the middle of a snowstorm?
Okay, maybe not. I wouldn't be rocking much, would I?
It's frozen to the porch. You can't even go back and forth.
Hey, Ma Kettle, go get my hunting gun. I don't know. Anyways. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is boxer briefs.
You wear boxer briefs.
I wear boxer briefs.
Okay. I don't think we need to explain that more.
Don't like boxers. Don't like briefs. But I like boxer briefs.
Okay. Blake, what's your number 5?
I agree.
Thank you. Yay.
Is that Blake's number 2? Put it on the board.
That's my honorable mention. No, I like in the late 90s, I almost pissed on a Secret Serviceman on Mount Rainier.
Were you drunk?
No. I needed to take a pee. I was on the trail with my family and some good friends who came up from Portland. And I needed to relieve myself.
So you found a tree.
So I went off into the bushes. And I heard this, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm pissing next to a Secret Service guy who's in the bushes, standing up, comes out.
He was hiding?
Yes.
Who was there?
Apparently Al Gore was there. On the mountain, Mount Rainier, with his son, hiking that day.
Wow.
And that probably explains all the park rangers and cops that we saw like down at the cabin in the base and everything.
But you weren't expecting them to be in your toilet.
That's correct.
How was he able to hike when he was creating the internet?
I don't know. You got me, man.
I think the internet was created by then.
What, you were like in the mid 90s? So you
No,
were
this
35?
would have been 99.
Oh, so you were 55? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he aged 20 years and
It's X-Men time travel.
That's it. Time travel. There you go. Slogan-esque.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
What's your number 4?
My number 4. I was almost arrested for kidnapping.
okay.
Yeah.
I like how all of us are very simple, but Blake has stories for each one. I thought this was a quick top 5.
I was the first of all my friends to get a car. It was a 1977 Monte Carlo.
All
It was a
right.
boat. And, of course, I gave everybody rides home. So we were dropping off my friend Trisha. And in the car with me was Jason and my friend Frankie. And what happened was we were dropping Trisha off, which is a couple miles from Frankie's house. And we're going to go to Frankie's next. But Frankie was being a dick that day and acting up. So when we dropped Trisha off and we were standing out there, I told him to get the fuck out. He can walk home. He's like, all right, fine, I'm walking home. Takes his backpack, starts walking down the street. And I'm like, look at my buddy Jason. I said, I'm only kidding, right? And he goes, yeah, I know that. I said, you know what? Let's kidnap him. So I peeled down the street in this 1977 Monte Carlo. Jason and my buddy Jason in the passenger seat. We pulled a whip in front of him, and was like Starsky and Hutch, sideswipe, jump out, and he starts playing along. He's like, no, help me! We jump up. He starts to run. We tackle him. We pick him up. We open the trunk. We throw him in the trunk, slam the trunk down, and then I peel out down the road. Down to Frank's house, where his mom awaits us and made us peanut butter sandwiches, and we're in the TV room in the den. And about 15 minutes later, ding dong, and Bonnie goes to open the door, and she goes to open the door, and there's the county sheriff and 5 cop cars. And they asked, "Is your son home?" She's like, "Yes. Why is that?" Well, we had an APB out on this 1977 Monte Carlo from a lady who witnessed a kidnapping. And, of course, the house that we did this in front of was the city council lady's house. She happened to be in her front living room watching the whole thing from her living room veranda window. So, needless to say, Bonnie's, Frank's mom, Bonnie goes, "Boys, you have some explaining to do."
You have some splaining to do.
Yeah, so almost arrested for kidnapping.
What's your number 4, Jeff? I like butter above margarine.
I was just going to say,
I won't shave this beard unless I'm in a movie and paid to do so.
well, speaking of cars, every car I've ever owned, I've named. And I only drive female cars.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
What's your car's name now?
Alice is my current car.
Oh,
Alice.
How is Alice?
Alice is treating me well.
Okay.
Honestly, lasted longer than I expected.
Okay.
So
Now, is she named after a waitress in
No.
a diner?
No, she wasn't.
She does bring soup du jour.
Okay.
She was named after 2 people.
Ooh, two ladies.
2. She was named after a housekeeper in California.
That you had a crush on?
No,
Schwarzenegger
didn't have a crush
impregnated.
on.
She was French?
No, she was definitely not French.
My name is Alice.
Okay. Housekeeper in California.
Housekeeper. She dated Sam the Butcher.
Really getting that 80-year-old demographic
Yeah,
this
That's
week.
right.
And also named after the little girl who fell into Wonderland.
Oh.
Yeah, good.
Not the, although I wish I would have thought of the waitress at the diner in Arizona, but I didn't.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we got a Brady Bunch reference in there. That's cool.
Number 4 for me. I feel like I was kind of a jerk when I was younger. That was my number 4. Kind of an asshole.
That's it? You're an asshole? I think everyone knew that.
Stuff people didn't know.
I've tried to do better lately.
Okay, that we didn't know.
I was a jerk.
I tried to do better. That's the.
Tried to do better. It worked for Trump. That was my number 4. I feel bad. Anyways, I said kind of.
Kind of.
Let's see, my number 3. I've said this before, but I don't know if people really understand. I really love QVC and Home Shopping Network. I am like obsessed with it. And like if it comes on, like if I'm flipping through, I just stop.
Have you ordered anything?
No. But I love the salespeople.
At least, yeah, if you were like addicted that you were ordering stuff, I'd be worried.
No. I mean, Jeff, you remember when I was younger and single, I used to stop and watch the infomercials all the time. I love those. I love a bad, cheesy salesperson.
You do.
And I love QVC. It drives my wife nuts, but I really do love it. I love QVC and HSN. So
Excellent.
Did you ever buy anything?
God, no. God, no. No, never.
I love, like, I'm watching these things and they're like, oh, it's comic book day. So I'm like, okay, this is something I actually know about. And they're like selling things for higher than face value of comics that that aren't worth anything.
We got these tinfoil 1990s comics.
Pretty much.
They are
This is the first appearance of
Youngblood.
somebody who never took off. This is going to be worth something. I'm like, no, it isn't.
This is the Spider-Man Clone Saga. The whole 600 issues. We are selling them for $12,000. They go retail for 60 cents. I just want to let you know that. Yeah, I love QVC. I love a good cheesy salesperson. This can be yours for $19.99 or 4 easy flex payments of $5. Nope, you should not be doing flex pay if you can't afford $20. Don't be doing that, people. Stop it.
But if
Stop it
it's
now.
only $5 a month.
I don't care. And if you can't afford it, just return it after 2 months. No, if you can't afford it after $10.
That just reminded me of that one Saturday Night Live commercial. This brand new financing plan. It's called "Don't buy it if you can't afford it." Well, what if I think that I'm going to be able to afford it? Can you afford it now? Well, not right now. Then don't buy it.
What's your number 3, Jeff?
Well, we're going to something you love to something I hate.
Okay.
I hate buttons. Buttons on clothes.
Red buttons?
No,
Are
red
these snap buttons or buttons through the
buttons.
eye hole?
Buttons with the eye hole.
Wait, were we talking about it with the eye hole? I'm a little scared by this. What's this? I'm a little scared by holes after this episode.
I needed a clarification on the button.
On the buttons. As you notice, I never wear clothes that have buttons.
I'll be honest, I never really look at your clothes that often.
I never noticed that, but from now on I will.
You will.
I hate buttons on jeans. Jean button. Oh, that's
Button
ridiculous.
flies?
Yeah, button flies. Sorry.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree, especially when you've been drinking a lot of beer.
Oh, never mind. I don't need to.
I like how you both did that same time. Like, that's the universal sign. I can't button my jeans when I'm drunk.
Unbutton.
Whatever.
But no, I don't know. I just don't like them. There's plenty of other. I think we've moved on as a culture that we don't need buttons anymore.
You're a buttonism.
I mean, you can if you need to put things together, you can use snaps or zippers or plenty
Zip
of different
ties.
things. Zip ties.
For kidnapping.
I just don't like buttons.
Blake, what's your number 3?
And honestly, that's part of the reason I find a job where I don't have to have a uniform or dress code where I have to wear a shirt that requires buttons. 100%.
You wear a polo shirt.
They have buttons. And I couldn't at my old job.
Oh. Blake, what's your number 3? Please get off this button.
He's an anti-buttonite.
I do. I hate
Buttonite.
buttons.
He's a buttonist.
Third one. I did a lot of acting.
Drugs. Oh.
No, in high school and college, and when I came back to Cincinnati after active service, I actually had time to do stuff. So, for fun, I took acting classes, down at Playhouse in the park and everything else. But one of the guys that taught classes there.
You might know him as Tommy Lee Jones.
Was kind of impressed. No, I was kind of impressed with me. His name was Duffy, and
Duffy?
he took me on as one of his pupils, and I was actually supposed to be in the movie Tattered Angel.
Really?
Really, no shitter.
Oh.
The
Do I know
casting
this movie?
director? No. Well, it stars Linda Carter,
And you didn't.
the original Wonder Woman.
Why were you not in this movie?
Because the casting director was a bitch, and this is why people who want to be actors are always / waiters or waitresses, because if you have a full-time job, you can't be at home to take the call to go to casting.
Your whole life could have been different.
It could have been. And this is the age before cell phones, people. And you had to go home and get a answering machine. So what happened the first time around, Duffy said, hey, during this period of time, we're going to be doing casting calls, and she's going to give you a call. And I said, damn it, Duffy, I already have a paid plane ticket vacation with my family. I can't do this. And he's like, all right, well, I'll take care of it. So when I come back from vacation, on my answering machine is, this is a message for Blank Edwards. This is, I forget her name. I hate her so much, I blocked it out of my memory.
Probably a good call.
And we're having a casting call tomorrow at between 8 and 11:30, and you're supposed to be there. So we look forward to seeing you here at this time. And blah blah blah. I was like, okay. I'm like, Duffy. I'm like, so I'm running to Duffy 2 weeks later, and he's like, hey, how'd the casting call go? I said, Duff, I was on vacation. I told you, and I couldn't do the casting. I couldn't do the audition for the casting director and all that kind of stuff because I was on vacation. I couldn't do it. He's like, oh yeah, well that's okay. I'll take care of it. She'll give you another call. I'll make sure. Like, okay, great, thanks. Come home from work one day. Another week goes by. This is a call for Blake Edwards. Duffy wanted me to call you, and we're having callbacks in between 10 and 11 today. If you can make it, great. We'll see you then. And, of course, I'm getting this message at like 5:30 p.m., and I'm like, you have my work phone number, bitch! And, of course, even when I got to work, I had to say, like, I'm out of here. I'm on vacation for the rest of the day. No. And I was so pissed at that point. And then I saw Duffy again. He's like, hey, how come you're not on the acting list, on the roll call? I said, Duffy, let me tell you what happened. And he got it. He's like, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Did you never audition for anything else after that?
No.
Jason C. Brown is a director.
Yeah,
we've talked to him a couple times, and he's a friend of our show.
So yeah, I was this close to being in an actual.
And if he gives me a role, I'll shave my beard.
No, and this was actually a speaking part that I was going to have with Duffy. In the bar during one of his memory things that goes on. And I would have actually had real lines and everything.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
So you would have been in the Screen Actors Guild, probably.
Yes, I would have been a SAG
actor. You got your SAG card for that.
Did Duffy not want you as one of his stepchildren, step by step?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No.
I love Patrick Duffy.
No, they don't.
So, I had fun, and then after that, I stopped because, life gets in the way. Because, that's why you're always a waiter or waitress, because you're waiting tables usually at a point in time. Work evenings, so you're free to go to auditions during the day and casting calls, and all that kind of fun stuff. So
yeah, you can't actually have a day job.
Yeah, you have to be home at that time, you had to be at home to answer the phone.
Yeah, to
get the call.
So what's your number 2?
My number 2. Okay, this is back in 1993.
I hate buttons.
In Athens, Georgia, in a bar called the Globe.
Third best Athens in the world.
Yep, Athens, Georgia, in a bar called the Globe, where Michael Stipe hit on me, rubbing up against me in the Globe.
Okay.
He may deny it, but I have proof.
Are you sure it was Michael Stipe?
Yes, it was Michael Stipe.
Okay.
I guarantee it was Michael.
When he had hair?
Yeah, it was when he still had a little bit of hair. And, this was his, the big REM days. And I was there with my drinking buddy, Tasha. And she said, hey, guess what? If we're here tonight, I guarantee you, we may see Michael Stipe because he likes to come into the Globe. I said, okay, that's pretty cool. So we're standing there. It's pretty crowded. And we're standing on the stairs. We're drinking some beer. And this guy walks in the bar, the front door, and he is wearing a skin-tight black T-shirt and skin-tight pink tights and a knit cap with glasses. And in big letters across the front, it says...
I am Michael Stipe.
No, it says Dick with a big arrow that points down.
I've seen him wear that shirt before.
And he was followed by this big, 300-pound... typical bouncer dude, and he walks by us, and I'm looking at this guy on the back of his shirt. It says "Pussy" with a big arrow down in the back of his shirt. He goes up the stairs, and Tasha's like, "Hey, that was Michael Stipe." And I said, "Get the fuck out of here!"
I didn't know he was gay.
No, he's bisexual.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm like, "Is Michael Stipe?" She goes, "Yeah."
Well, Michael Stipe has never confirmed or denied.
Well, it is
anything.
never confirmed it, but it is rumored to be so. But he's
Allegedly.
vegetarian. He's got a restaurant there in town.
He is vegetarian. He has confirmed that.
That's right. So I'm like, that wasn't Michael Stipe. I mean, he's a short guy, by the way. And it was we matched. She's like, no, that's him. Go look. So I go up to upstairs in part of the Globe, and there he is sitting in the middle of the floor.
You went to the part where you're expected to get hit on, though.
No. He's sitting Indian style, and everybody's around him like in a big
Racist.
guru thing and all that kind of stuff. You know, he's sitting with his legs crossed, okay? He's sitting in a pretzel yoga. And I'm looking at him, I'm staring at him like, holy crap, that's him. And I go back down to Tasha. I was like, that's right, that's him. She goes, I told you so. So a couple more beers go by. You know, we're feeling drunk a little bit, and Tasha says, I got to go to the bathroom. I said, okay, cool, I'll just stand here. So I'm just standing up here. It's crowded, and I got my back up against the wall. I'm just looking forward, drinking. Next thing I know, there's this person rubbing on my arm to the right. I'm like, it's crowded. And I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. And then there's more like rubbing on my arm. Back and right. It's like, you know, like arm-to-arm rubs kind of deal. And I'm like, this is kind of annoying. I know I'm in a crowded bar. I'm not going to look. I'm just going to whatever. And it rubs a little bit more again. And then I do a quick look. I turn my head, and I'm like I'm gonna like, you get off me, man. I look over, and it's Michael Stipe. And
So
he's
you kissed him.
And he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's just looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and I just go, hey. And he goes, hey. And I just look at him and like, hey. I was too drunk to do anything. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, he
It's
had
Michael
whiskey
Stipe.
dick. Oh.
And then you know what he does? He just looks at me and he's like, and he just walks out with his bouncer. And then Tasha comes back. I said, you're not going to believe who was just rubbing on me. She's like, who? I said, Michael Stipe. And she's like, get the fuck out of here.
This is why Blake likes unreliable narration. Because he's
I was too drunk.
He had no witness. His only witness is gone.
He went to the bathroom.
And nobody can confirm it. Yep. I love unreliable
it.
witness stories. I love it. Unreliable narration.
It was, I swear to God, it was the funniest, it was the
You
weirdest
say,
thing I ever
hey,
seen.
Michael, I'm just in my corner.
Yeah.
Losing my religion.
It's me in the spotlight.
Feeling shiny, happy people.
He was shiny and happy that night. Jeff, what's your number 2? You hate zippers?
No, I like zippers. We've discussed that already.
It's Velcro. It makes too much of a noise.
Leather.
I do like Velcro, but I wish it was quieter. Like in the movie Garden State, where
yeah.
the guy made silent Velcro. Good
Here's
stuff.
number 2.
But my number 2, you're well aware of this.
Okay.
But it was back in the day when Regis Philbin was the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and they did the
Yeah, I
fastest
remember
finger
that.
shit.
Yeah.
I was on that.
He was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Millionaire.
You were a contestant?
I was in the thing doing the fastest fingers. I didn't get up to the hot seat.
How many seconds were you off?
0.2 of a second.
Not better, are you?
I lost by 0.2 of a second.
0.2 of a second.
To a girl who ended up like leaving because she didn't know what kind of fish is a sockeye. And I'm like, what? You're out of lifelines already, and you don't know this?
Is it a walleye?
No, a sockeye.
What is a sockeye?
It's a salmon.
I have no idea.
We would have been out too.
I would have had a lifeline.
But you know what I would have done? I would have flipped off Jeff when I was walking on the stage.
0.2 of a second.
No, because I was graceful because she was sitting next to me when she won, and I kind of congratulated her and shook her hand as she went to the hot seat. When in my mind, I was going, son of a bitch, because I thought I won that. I looked up, and I'm like, I got the best time, and someone else's name lit, and I'm like, crap!
So you kept throwing Pez at her throughout the whole trivia. Pez.
But I didn't have Pez with me.
No. So Jeff is the 0.2 second man. Yes, he is. It's okay, Jeff.
0.2
Your whole
of a
life would have been completely different.
It would have, because I probably would have won about $60,000 based on the questions that were asked that day.
Let's see here. My number 2 is I always wanted to work for a nonprofit. So, profit, Profit, not like a profit from.
A non-profit. I think everybody I work for is not a profit, so.
Not profit. Love a neighbor.
Is there a
If you can.
specific nonprofit or just the fact that it is a nonprofit?
I used to work at a job that I was deployed throughout the country for hurricanes and tornadoes and catastrophes. And, we would go down there, and these people are in the worst shape ever. And
you had to tell them that they weren't covered.
No. We would be out there, and that's funny. No. But no, we would be out there, and we were literally there the day after everything went to hell. And we were, part of it was not part of our job description, but a lot of us, we were taking chainsaws, cutting trees off houses, off, cars, and doing all that stuff. And it's one of those things I've told my wife, I've always wanted to do that. And I don't know if it's nonprofit, but just work in the catastrophe.
Yeah, I think nonprofit's not quite the word you're looking for, because if you want to, I can call up Dan Zisco and see if they're hiring for the Comic Con, because that's nonprofit.
Well, hold on, I'll get to that in a second.
The NFL until like 2 years ago was nonprofit.
Charities, I should say.
Charity. You want to work for a charity.
But also the catastrophe and that. And the problem is, like, I've, now with the family it's too difficult because you're gone for 3 weeks at a time. And then you're off for a week and a half, which is nice, but you're gone for 3 straight weeks. You're putting in a lot of time. That was one of the things I would like. The nonprofit charities, I always wanted to try to be on the good side of it and try to help people with different things in that. And it's just so that was one thing I've always wanted to do with it, because I'm actually not that horrible of a person.
Listening to your list, you don't sound like a bad person, but I've known you for like 17, 18 years.
Does it classify me as a bad person?
No. but you're a person that doesn't like other people.
But I like helping people.
It's ironic.
It is. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's like going down to a theater and then realizing it's Dave Coulier.
I think that's a different song altogether.
No. Cut it out. I don't want to cut it out. I would go down on you, but you have buttons. I can't get them open.
Exactly.
That's why I have a scissors. Cut it out. Anyways.
And the buttons, you just pop off so easy. You just tear it open, and then you got to sew them back on, and I don't even know how to sew.
Jinx. Anyways, my last one is I love real-life crime mysteries and missing person stories. I will go on...
Wow, I hate them, because that means someone has had a crime or missing person.
I love trying to solve them. It's not that somebody's been hurt or kidnapped or missing. It's, I will go on those message boards, like Web Sleuths and all those, and I will spend hours on each mystery. And I go back repeatedly over and over. I watch the datelines, I watch all that. And I seriously am like, what is missing from this? And I'm not kidding, I will scrutinize it. And it irks me that I can't figure it out. And then part of me is like...
Who do you think, you're Dick Van Dyke on Diagnosis Murder?
I know I'm never going to solve it because obviously I don't have all the information because the cops obviously don't release it all. But I will go on those message boards and I will just follow what people are reading. And I never chimed in or anything like that. I'm never even part of it. I'm just a spectator on it.
Yeah, I hate writing on message boards.
That's why I don't know. But on the Web Sleuths, it actually is a really good thing because they have such strict rules about you can't name people as suspects unless they're actually named a suspect. There's very strict rules on it. There's other message boards like Topics.
Okay, I'm not naming a person a suspect. All I'm saying is I think the suspect could be related in, say, a brotherly fashion.
No, they don't even do that. They do initials like RZ or whatever.
Oh.
But you don't know. Anyways, shut up.
Sorry. I shouldn't be.
But I cannot. It bugs me that people can't figure some of this out. And it's so, I think a part of it is also, like I've told my wife, I was like, how do people do that? Like, do whatever crime it is. She's like, well, they're not wired right, obviously, so you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. You can't figure it out because you're not wired that way. So, I don't know. I get obsessed with, I will spend hours a day at it.
It just worries me because sometimes I look at things and try to figure out how can I get away with I should get you in the designing of security stuff because I always try to figure out how to get past security things.
Welcome to Dexter.
How would I do that?
You know how you don't do it? Just put buttons around your house. You won't get in. I can't get in the door with buttons.
Screw this button.
No, I just told you can rip the buttons open.
That's right.
And if you're buttoning your door closed, that's pretty lax security.
But yeah, I am obsessed with it. And like, while most people are looking at porn at night, no, I'm looking at these fucking mystery things, and it bothers me. And I'm
looking at porn.
I will there would be a break in a case from like 10 years ago, which just happened. And I'll be like, I remember that case. I remember this, and this, and this, and the suspects in that. And I'm obsessed with it. Should have been a detective. Not a good one, but it should have been one.
Yeah.
But that's my number one.
That's your number one. Hooray.
There's your number one.
No, I noticed nobody's number ones. Nobody's other top five's been taken off the board.
No, nope.
My honorable mention was I hate buttons. Jeff, what's your number five?
Yeah, well, my number one is that I hate nutcrackers. So that's oh wait, no, that's you. I keep forgetting that.
Fucking hate nutcrackers. Anyways, go ahead.
No, my number one in my college years. For a couple of years, I was an RA, resident assistant, at the dorms there. Mm-hmm. And the 1 year, I was relieved of my duties. Mainly, the main reason was I got caught missing curfew.
It's a big D&D game that night.
RA gets busted on curfew?
Well,
Can't you just say, hey, I'm just walking around enforcing curfew?
He would, but he was carrying a keg.
Nobody else had curfews. We had to be in the buildings by 2 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Well, long story, but one of my dear friends, like his best friend from high school, had just died. So we were out blowing off steam. So we were at the bars a little late, till after they closed. And, well, the sad part was, the reason we got caught, or the reason was earlier that week when we were playing softball, I scraped my knee up pretty bad. So I had a bad knee injury. Well, we were drunk, coming back home.
Because no good story starts with we ate a salad.
Good call.
There's a hill, grassy hill, coming back down, and
The grassy knoll.
we decided to roll down the hill.
Good story.
To save your knee.
Good idea.
No, we did. The problem was I landed on my knee,
Oh.
and it was really painful,
Ow.
and I yelled really loud
Yes.
right outside the window of
The main
one,
RA.
of one of the. It was a different building, not the one I was in, but a different building's RD, and she knew who I was and recognized my yell pretty much immediately.
She snitched on you.
She did.
Oh, my gosh. No wonder she was an RD.
I feel like
You know what? She was my RA my freshman year.
Really? What did you do to make her hate you so much?
I apparently yelled right outside her bedroom window at 2:33 in the morning.
College. That's supposed to happen at
I feel
some
like
point
this
in
was about
time.
as lingering of a story as Blake walking into the wrong dressing room.
Fine, I hate buttons. Blake, what's your number one?
Good, Blake, what's your number one?
No, I did that again, by the way,
Jesus.
except I was in
Do you need
Columbus.
glasses?
No, because here's what happens. I go and I work out. I go and
An M and a W, they look the same but upside down.
No. I go and I work out. I get exhausted. I go sit in the spa, the Whirlpool spa. I sweat my ass off. Next thing you know, I'm like almost putting myself into like a desert heat trance. And I get up and I'm a member of this gym club. And here in Cincinnati, it's the first one is the female, second one is the male. And I didn't even look. I went to the second one just out of habit. And then that in Columbus, they had it reversed. So the first one was the male, second one was the female. And I walk in, I did it again. Except I walk around, and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, wait a minute, the showers are on the left side. They're supposed to be on the right side. And there's a woman in a towel with a head thing looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I got to do the over dramatic, like, I turn around and run out. And I'm like, oh my God. This is the last time I'm doing
You probably
this.
need a non-gender bathroom.
Yeah,
That would help.
exactly. Well, yeah, if I was non-binary.
That's right. So what's your number one, Blake? Let's keep the story short.
Number one, I put my pants on
Oh, God. Okay, good.
one
One
leg
leg
at a time.
I
You
don't
make-
always do that. Sometimes I lay it on the ground and jump in and pull them up.
Do you make gold records after you put them on?
I need more cowbell.
Cowbell. There you go. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. You got any honorable mentions?
No.
No.
No. Honorable mention, I hate that I'm competitive in everything. I fucking hate that.
You hate that you're competitive?
In everything. Even the littlest things.
You didn't hate that you were competitive until you started becoming competitive with your children.
No, I'm not actually with them.
Oh, so not in everything.
No. No. Set my kid down. I beat ya!
I wouldn't let them
right.
win.
I don't let them win every time. I don't let them win every time. They need to learn.
No, not every time. I wouldn't let them win any time.
Once in a while, I need to boost their morale.
They would have to. If they're good, they can boost their own.
Shut
morale.
up.
Just saying, said by a guy who
Well, you
has
got
no
any
kids.
quick honorable mentions?
I plead the fifth from here on out.
Okay. Jeff?
I had a hard enough time coming up with those
Okay.
5.
Well, wait till we revisit this at 200.
I mean, I hate buttons, so you can imagine what my honorable mentions will be.
What did red buttons do to you?
Have you watched Red Buttons?
No,
He's not
awful.
funny.
No. We got a lot of listener picks from this one. Matthew McDonald from Waffles podcast. He's coming out with one. Anyway,
Waffles.
No, I forgot what it was called.
Stick figures with funny hats.
Well, that was his old one, but now it's-
Passerby podcast.
Anyways.
He's coming out with something new.
yep.
yeah, they're making breakfasts
Yeah.
and waffles.
Yeah.
Matthew, correct
So
us.
if you listen, you can actually learn breakfast
Yes.
for your bread and breakfast, Jason.
Good. Top one for him. Point Break is a favorite movie.
Yeah, everyone knew that already.
I think you meant that might have been Hobie's. No.
Oh no, that's not our favorite.
From Dev, the Psy Guy. 5. My hands are of normal proportions.
Not like ape hands.
No. 4. I once worked at a pickle factory for a week. 3.
Dill or Vlasic.
Sweet pickles.
Oh. 3. I only moderately dislike Batman v Superman.
Only moderately.
Wow.
So he actually likes it better than he lets on.
2. I'm not a doctor, but I only play one on TV. Ooh. And number 1. I once owned a Geo/Chevy Metro.
Geo Metro.
Were you like the?
I didn't realize this was confessional.
Is this like Fred Flintstone? Like he puts his feet through the floor? Like how does that happen? Anyways, let's see here. Moving on, we also had from Sean, a Pittsburgh nerd. When I watch a Remy LaCroix movie, I hear Jason's voice and get a little too excited. Let's see here. I enjoy the musical works of Ted Nugent. Is that music?
Who doesn't enjoy Ted Nugent?
Politicians.
Well, but we're talking about the musical works of Ted
Number
Nugent.
3,
He was great in Damn Yankees. I got both their albums.
I thought you meant the play.
No, he's terrible in the play.
3, deep down, I hope the Bengals win a Super Bowl before the Browns. Well,
Oh, we all hope that.
Number 2, back in the days when I used to drink, I was a real asshole. I know how that is. Number 1, I think The Cutting Edge is the greatest rom-com ever made.
I've never seen The Cutting Edge.
I think it would be at least on the top 10 for me. Good one, Sean.
Wasn't in your top 5 because we did rom-coms once.
I don't remember. Anyway, from Scam Jeff. 1, I wrote a book about zombies on the Titanic that people clearly don't know about. Really, it's on Amazon. You can buy a copy. I think Hobie tried to give one away. Let's see here. From Doctor Number 1.
Hey, wait a minute. Does Hojo B1 owe us a review of that book?
Maybe. I think he does.
Jordan, if you're listening, well, we should probably check Amazon. Maybe he left a review on Amazon.
I burned this book.
I got this book for free, and I regret every minute of it.
Number 5, I'm naked right now, from Doctor Number 1. Number 4, Bon Jovi gets me hot. Who doesn't? 3, I love plantains. Number 2, I have a twin brother named Podiatrist.
Number 1.
Oh, number 1, sorry.
Podiatrist number 1.
And number 1, I'm not really a doctor. What?
I think he just plays one on TV. I think Dev is Doctor Number 1.
Ooh. From Randall Holt, RJ Holt, 666.
He's not evil.
Just handled that way.
Yeah.
He actually says something people don't know about me. I really am evil.
Now you just changed your handle.
Now, here we go. Also,
I'm really the devil.
666.
I'm actually dyslexic. It's 999. Anyways, Dev actually also wrote one top 5 things you don't know about Hobie. Brigger makes sweet love to What About Now by Daughtry. Number 4, Blake is actually just a clever combination of soundboard clips. 3, Jeff was once considered for the role of Grizzly Adams in the TV series reboot.
And they wouldn't have made me shave my beard.
And that wouldn't have worked because they would have you wear shirts with buttons.
Good point. Snaps. They have to make snaps.
Number 2, Brigger purposely does terrible impressions. Hey.
Oh, that's not purposeful?
Impersonations, because he doesn't want Hollywood to crumble with another Milli Vanilli lawsuit when people find out that he is actually the voice of all their favorite characters and actresses. He put the pudding in the pudding pop! You put the pudding in the pudding pop! Why do I look like a raptor when I'm doing
I don't know.
You gotta scrunch your shoulders.
I did. I got
He's scrunching his shoulders.
Yes!
T-Rex!
Number 1, Blake is Jeff's Tyler Durden. From Fight Club. Honorable mention, Blake is actually the sailor in The Village People. Jeff's beard was the model used for Gandalf's beard in Lord of the Rings. Don't know what that is. And Brigger does voiceover work for male-on-male porno movies.
Oh, baby. I mean, oh, man. Put it there.
Mike's put, Jeff was also a member of Wilson Phillips, who was kicked out before the record deal was signed. We will get to that story next week. We don't have time this week. It was also called Wilson Phillips Now. Just want to let you know that. Let's see here. I think that was it. So thank you, everybody, for listening. We went really off the rails. I thought that was going to be a quick top 5 until Blake entered.
I thought it was going to be a quick top 5.
Like buttons. Bad idea of the week?
Buttons.
Number what?
Number
201?
4.
No, it's not that high.
Buttons are 4, 5.
How about 35? 35.
6.
16.
16.
Buttons. Number 16. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You were listening to Hobie.